no!
Quick question. Can I put
Yeah?
your signature on the headstock of the electric ukulele I'm working on? I would have used mine, but I haven't been blessed with a PP-fied signature last time, so I figured yours would also be a nice fit if you agree.
Cop, if you want, I'll make a PP-fied signature of you. Just remind me in a bit. But I'm down for anything. Damn, you're making a ukulele? That's sick, actually. God damn. I need to continue my house building. That's true. Okay, so I want to tell you why I really want to check this game out. First of all, this game has not come out yet because I'm going to be checking out the demo, right? Second of all, I thought it was sick. Don't judge me for this. I thought it was sick as hell. So we're actually playing... I will say, full transparency, they did reach out to us to like interest check. So this is a sponsor. So we're going to have like... It's so funny. We have like... It's so funny. But this is a sponsor, but I do want to say they have a Kickstarter. And I have not seen... Like, I've seen enough of the game. So, wait, right now? Yeah, right now. That's why I want to check it out right now. They do have a Kickstarter about it. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. I've always liked checking out new games. You know what I mean? Well, technically, it's a different day. Because it's midnight for me. But it might be the same day for you. So funny. Yeah, because there is... I really wanted to check this game out. And they had like a time limit. There you go. I broke my hand. Oh my god, I hope you're feeling better. No way! This one, I kind of wanted to check out by myself. To be fair. Let me see. I love this though because they're like... I'm like, yeah, I'm really interested. I really want to see. And I'm like, is there anything you want me to like specifically look at? And they're like... Well, we want to know how you think of the game. And I'm like... Really? So, yeah, the game's name is Spell Candle. Let me see if they even have a trailer. Because usually, usually they're like, oh yeah, we want you to like check this out or like check that out, right? Kind of like pointing me towards a direction of what they want to highlight. They kind of didn't do that. They're like, we want you to check out the game. So chat, I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to check the link? Okay, thank you, Maiko. Do you want... Link. Oh, this one. Right. Boom. Okay, I found it. I was about to be like, chat, do you want to hop onto the game or do you want to see a trailer? Because I have not seen the trailer, actually. I have seen, like, what the game is about, but I actually did not watch a trailer because I'm like, you know what? I saw what the game is about. I'm gonna read it to you, actually. 1 second. I read this and I'm like, I'm actually kind of interested. So the game is called Spell Candle. And I quote, the description is, Spell Candle is your grief coping mechanism in a 2D romance visual novel. Take on the role of a foreign correspondent turned investigator of magical crimes to uncover the culprit behind the mysterious disappearance of a sleeping god. Low-key, the game got me at grief coping mechanism in a 2D romance visual novel. So I was like, wait, what is this game about? And then the characters look hot. So, let me... There is a link, I guess they sent it over. It's over at their Kickstarter page. So... Okay, low-key, don't you think the premise of the game is kind of cool though, low-key? Let me open this like this. Bang. 1 second. Ooh, bam. Ooh, bam. I have not seen this. But this is in their Kickstarter page. The link is also in chat. But let's watch this first together real quick.
Hello, welcome to the Spell Candle Kickstarter video. I am Monica and this is Emma, and together we're going to address everything Spell Candle. Spell Candle is a romance mystery visual novel
That's covering it.
with themes of grief and mental health. The game is for women and LGBTQ plus people over 18 who have experienced grief or who just want to experience a little bit of a fantasy romance at the same time. Putting yourself in
I don't know how you could pull that
your
off.
loved ones and understanding why they made the decisions that they made after they lost somebody. The story is set up in the elven city of Omnis, which in Latin means everything for all, which is basically Rome, but in a fantasy setting. You play as a political journalist from one nation to another. You are part of a delegation for a festival that's happening after a long war has ended. You basically have these 4 culprits who are also these extremely attractive, handsome guys who constantly throw each other under the bus. The first one you actually meet is your boss, Latimer.
Now you see why I wanted
the
Don't judge
Lord of
me.
Assassins, the General of Secrets. You have Terra, who is very much your
Don't judge me.
sunshine golden retriever potential boyfriend. And then you have Agua, who is the exact opposite of his compatriots. He is loud, obnoxious, sassy, center of attention. You have Mormortis, who is the aspect of death and hope within elven society, because those two tend to go together.
Who would you date of all 4 of them?
Oh, that's not fair. I'm writing them. Your job really quickly turns from political journalist to investigator of magical crimes. You have the mystery aspect of the game where you're collecting clues to find out who the actual villain of the story is. And then you have the actual festival part, which is about dealing with that specific stage of grief that you have during the day. You spend 7 in-game days where you go through the 7 stages of grief, using your trusty journal, question the 4 love interests, and figure out which one of them is potentially
not know that.
responsible for the fact that everything goes wrong. Thank you so much for the time and positive vibes that you're giving Spellcandle. In case you want to learn more about the project, feel free to join our Discord or our TikTok. We're always there to interact with the community, and we're so excited to hear more from you.
Now you know why I was okay. Low-key, I was hooked at the art at first, and then I saw grief romance. Remember that one time I told you guys that one of my favorite things, chat, is like oomph. Whatchamacallit? Like, what is it? Grief love stories? You know what I mean? I love those. Major character... not doom romance, but like romance with pain. Like a little bit of sadness in it. I love those. I love those. It doesn't have to be major character death. I just really like... angst. Thank you, that's the word. Angst. Slight, like... a story plot that isn't sad, but it isn't happy. It's kind of like... open-ended, but also not... it's like fantasy realist thing, right? Bittersweet. That's probably a better word. I do like stories about stuff like that quite a lot. And this does have a Kickstarter at the moment. Let me... where is this? Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Let me open this real quick. So that's why I got kind of interested. But I will admit, though, the art style looks really nice, too. So I was like, yeah, I really like how they reached out to us, because usually a lot of people would reach out and then they're like, hey, if you want to, like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'll be like, yeah or no. You know, it's the usual, like, yes or no kind of, what do you want to do? But the people that reached out to us for Spellcandle was actually really sweet. I'm not gonna lie. For a game that is about, like, grief and all that. Have you played a lot of visual novels? Yes, I have. I have played a good amount. Yes, I have played a lot of... yes. If anything, chat, the first game I've ever played was a visual novel. I'm not gonna tell you what. It was a romance visual novel. That was the first ever game I've ever played. That isn't like Feeding Frenzy or Diner Dash. So... I don't usually do it on stream, because it's one of those things I like to do off stream. Like, of course it was... shut up, chat, alright? Like, a lot of us have our own guilty pleasures. You know, I'm but a girl by the end of the day. You know? Sometimes I like to play cool games and then discover new things. Some days I want to be a little delusional. Listen, guys. But right now they do have, this is their Kickstarter page. I should have not gone through this. Look at that art style. I kind of want to play the game first, if that makes sense. Right? But look, I don't know if you can see the art style, but I've never checked out the game yet. So, God forbid a girl has hobbies. All right, let me go like this. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Let's go through. I feel like because it's a Kickstarter and they already released like the demo, I feel like it'll make sense if we see what the game has to offer first. What do you think, Chad? They're so chill about it. They're so chill that I'm like, I'm not sure what to do because I am interested, but now I'm like, damn, what am I supposed to do first? Nice shimmy. Should we check out the demo first, or do you want to go through the Kickstarter page first? I feel like the demo would make sense. That way we kind of know what we're talking about, right? Yeah, the demo. You're right. You're so smart. All right. Let me open the game real quick. I wonder if there is a category. Damn, it just opens. Okay, 1 second. I will say, I don't know if the demo is actually live or not. Or whether we actually got a little sneak peek into this right now. Let me see. I think we might have just gotten a little sneak peek. Chimmy. Blindly throw, buddy! Yeah! No, you're crazy, Jay. You're crazy! You're crazy! I want to see first. But okay, let me go like this. When you open up the game, it looks like this. Let me turn some things down. Ooh. Okay. Done. Like this, good. Nice music. Text speed. Okay, okay. What is auto delay? I'll make the text speed. Oh, fuck, that's too fast. This is pretty good. Alright, chat. Do you want to see what this game is all about? Shit. Do you want me to, like, read this? Or do you want to read it by yourselves? Which one is more of an immersive experience for you? Classic. You read it? Okay. How far are you willing to go to contain war in a glass dome? How many parents would you be willing to sacrifice? How many brothers would you kill? Okay, wow. Coming off tough. Wow. Would you grow numb to the pain because a zealous leader, willing to sacrifice anything for the greater good, turn a blind eye to the orphans on the street, ignore those disabled begging for coin? Damn, I should do this, actually. Steal, bribe, and extort for a chance at peace? How many decisions would leave you like...
how to read.
I'm reading!
Right.
How many decisions would leave you lying awake at night, counting the souls you sent to the slaughter? Wow, damn, we're just starting off kind of tough. Can living in war for millennia truly be considered life? A loud whistle breaks the silence, rendering the carriage to a sudden stop. The tip of my quill shatters as it smashes into the paper before I can put down my next thought on the page. Identity control! Oh, the shout comes from the outside and I put my notepad down, scoffing at the ruined nib. This was the third one today and I'm tempted to throw my hands up in frustration and scream. I was selected to be the Arisian delegation's reporter for this year's Dread Festival. It should be considered a great honor to be able to report on your country's political victories, no matter how small. But you can't expect a caged bird to sing happily. I reached into my leather satchel to find my identification documents before stepping out of my petite carriage. I feel pleased by the chance to stretch my legs, annoyed that I have to go through this, curious to finally get a peek at the outside, enthusiastic that we've likely almost reached our destination. You know what? This game, if they had Twitch integration, would be so fun. Because I can't pick. Okay, chat. I'm gonna pick as myself. Alright? How I would play the game. I'd be a little bit curious, I guess. I'd be a little curious. Pick number 5. Just a few feet ahead, an elven woman is going through the papers of an older gentleman from our contingent. And what role do you fulfill within this delegation? Her voice is like the sharp-pointed end of an ancient... Oh! Sharp-pointed end of an ancient spear. Oh, okay. I am the senator representing the region of the Beastlands. The elf sniffs the air around the delegate and frowns. She's beautiful. Glimmering mercury eyes peek out from the underneath short bangs, the color of milky quartz. Ah! Glimmering mercury eyes peek out from underneath short bangs, the color of milky quartz. Her skin, like deep iron ore, glitters gently in the rays of daylight. I'm reading my best. After a very thorough read of the man's identification documents, she hands them back to him without a word. I find myself nervous as the elf's long knife-like ears twitch and her attention shifts to me. I'd never seen anything like it. Her cold gaze examines me from head to toe before she reaches a hand out. Identification documents? That's what I'm assuming is the sound, okay. I hand them over and she scans through them quickly. Oh, enter your name here, then press enter. Use your pronouns. She. Oh. And what role do you fulfill within this delegation? I was led by the Empire to take account. I'm here to report on the mutually beneficial relation with your nation. I will be willing to preserve peace by Quill Angular's leadership. I plan to record our general's involvement in foreign affairs for our newspapers. Well, the first one is true. Just the second one is true. Can the elf stab me with the knife ears? Chat, this game is about grief. Where's your grief, chats? Does the drops work still while you're playing different games? No. I don't think so. However, Shoto is live. So if you want, I do recommend you checking them out for the same rust drops. But the drops I've taken off for a bit. Sorry. I'm here to report on the mutually beneficial relationship between our nations. Her eyebrows raise slightly at my response. After a moment, she nods, accepting my explanation. Oh, where did the music stop? And your general? Where could I find him? The question perplexes me. Why did the music stop? Though the delegation had been traveling for several weeks, I hadn't encountered the infamous Shadow Master once. Had I? Upon seeing my bewildered expression, the elf offers a small explanation. He was not in his carriage. Perhaps because he got bored of being confined in a turbulent box for days. A voice responds before I can open my mouth to formulate an apology. I step back from the carriage and seek out its source. Okay! Right! Upon the wooden roof of my small carriage relaxed one of the most beautiful gentlemen I had ever seen. With his eyes closed, his expression was so serene that I found myself wondering if I misheard him speak. Shadow Master, may day and night preserve you. The man on the roof of my carriage opened his eyes and leveled the woman with a cold gaze. His eyes were the color of the flags of our empire, the color of blood and dangerous, forbidden things. Oh. Well, what was that? Latimore. I could hear the elven woman swallow from beside me so vividly that I wondered if the world around us had fallen quiet on purpose. May I please see your documents, General? Zot, zot, zot. A frown crossed his features before he quietly... How am I supposed to read while the art is here? Before he quietly sat up, slid his feet over to the edge of the carriage, and jumped down with the grace of a cat. Oh. I can't do this voice. How do I do this? Here. Yes. He pushed a stack of documents that was so thick into the hands of the elf that it made me gape. It might take you a few days. He smirked, and I wondered where on himself he kept a pocket large enough to hold all that paper. The elf blinked, scanned through the first few pages, then flipped through the next few with shaky hands, her face growing paler by the second. Do you think he'll be a freak? Oh my god, Maiko, do you want to voice act with me? Wait! I need someone to voice act. Hey, Maiko, do you want to voice act with me? I feel like the game would be more immersive if there's like voice acting. Oh, Rin! Our favorite designated E-boy. Hey, Rin, do you want to voice act some of the characters, Rin? I beg thy. I beg thee. I need to be immersed. Hold on, let me ask. I'm curious. Rin, run! No, but what if he is? What if he's like, yeah. Yeah. Alright. What if I keep watching him? Do you think I'll be a freak if I do? Not if you want. Oh my god. Modcast. Okay. Hold on. Let me yoink over the... Let me just call him. Chat, do you want Rin to voice act as all the hot men? Would this be of use to the immersion? Yes. Yes, indeed, you're right. Alright. Let me set the share screen real quick. Boom. Okay, beautiful. Say less. Hi, Rin.
Hello.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, Rin. Are you ready to voice act as all the...
So tiny?
Why am I so what? Oh, my voice?
There we... Your screen was so small.
Okay. Whoa! Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready to voice act as all the men in the demo? I don't know how
For
many
all
people
of
are
them?
gonna be introduced. That's the thing. I don't know how far the demo is, because it is still a demo. I can't do a guy's voice. My voice changer... My voice changer is working. I can't just turn it off. It'll be weird. Immersion, Rin.
Yeah, we can't have two guys in the call. Come on, chat.
Yeah, God. Alright, are you ready, Rin? I'll keep
Alright, let's
watching
do
you.
it.
The political leader of our delegation crosses his arms behind his back, his expression neutral as he scans the surrounding environment. I feel my breath hitch as his gaze passes over me for a split second. The elf suddenly thrusts the pages back at the general and gives him a shaky nod and thank you before wobbling off to the next carriage. Was that necessary? The man's notorious crimson gaze turns to me.
She asked for my papers.
I feel so immersed! He shrugged.
It wasn't my fault that she wasn't ready for what was on them.
Somehow, this behavior does little to surprise me. It might have been considerate to let her know beforehand. Fall silent. What if I respond? Okay.
And why would I do that?
I feel so... Oh my god, it works! It works! It cooks! Chat, we cook. His eyebrows rose in challenge, and I found myself searching for a response to give him. Because you're the Shadow Master?
You think the ever-powerful elven aspects don't know which general is being sent into their city as a peace tribute every year?
I blink at his response. That's fair. An uncomfortable silence falls over us, and I notice the way his gaze wanders down below my... Ah! Scrutinizing me! Oh, it was supposed to be romantic, and then it became scrutinize... Okay, never mind. Scrutinizing me. A frown crosses his lips. I'm disgusting! I follow his eyes and... Fuck. Oh, the inkwell I had left on the seat beside me must have spilled when the carriage came to a sudden halt. Oh. Right. He is staring pointedly at a large black stain on the side of my pants.
I hope you're not planning on wearing that to the welcome dinner.
I may have been planning on it, I'll say.
Well, I highly suggest not embarrassing yourself or the Empire by doing so.
Well, fuck you too! Everything about this man was irritating! I won't! The look he gave me was one of complete apathy. I grit my teeth. A loud, high-pitched whistle traveled from the gates ahead of us. Someone is giving us the all clear. The clicking of metallic hinges echo in the air, and I take it as my sign to return to the peace of my small carriage. I hope you have a good day, General. There wasn't a single sincere word in that sentence. He raised a set of eyebrows as I stepped into my carriage. Making sure to avoid the spilled ink, I turned around and shut the door in his face. A childish reaction, but his expression was well worth it. With blood pounding in my ears, I found a clean place to sit before the carriage resumes its movement shortly after, entering Omnis, the city of candle wax. Ooh, the capital city of the elves. I find myself eagerly peeking out through the window, making a continuous effort to forget the fact that I may have just angered one of the most dangerous men on the eastern continent. My eyes wandered between the many tall buildings made of marble, adorned with golden embellishment, before lingering on the rectangular houses with roofs assembled from slabs of multicolored quartz. I like how descriptive they are, actually. It's bringing me back to the days I used to actually read. They're illuminated by... They're illuminated.
It's been so long.
It's actually been so long since I've actually read a book, chat. So this is actually really nice. I can imagine in my head. It's actually really nice. They're illuminated by the withdrawing river of light, the path of the goddess of day. All structures bask in the warm rays, coloring in various shades of brilliant oranges and golds. It is a breathtaking view. We passed under a long archway of stone, upon which I can hear the bubbling of running water. A dozen of half-burnt candles of sundry colors and sizes sit atop each visible surface. I find myself itching to see what these streets look like at night. My thoughts quickly bring me back to the journal in my lap. Quickly, I fetch a new quill from my bag and note down my initial impressions. I write it about you. After several days of travel, our delegation has finally arrived at Omnis, the legendary elven capital. The gates were guarded strictly, and our official documents and identities were checked for validity. This year, the great empire's leading envoy for the peace celebrations is the Shadow Master. He sports a unique brand of charm. He's a very considerate leader. A unique brand of charm. Yep.
So
very charming. That inspires the awe of everyone around him. Like a hurricane or some other horrible disaster. True. He has a way with words. I am blessed to be able to experience the elves' exultation when around him. At least I'm not the only one terrified of this monster. What is that? Meander? We meander through the roads for another 20 minutes before the carriage comes to a final stop in front of the only building that looks terribly out of place. Damn! Okay, that is a really... Okay, cool art! The tall, rectangular pagoda that serves as the Eris Empire's embassy at Omnis. As I disembark, I spot the general already disappearing past the red curtains. Goodbye, Rin! He doesn't spare me a glance. Good... oppressive prick! Okay. I'm given a small but pleasantly furnished room in the embassy and quickly ditch my pack in there before heading out into the city. I'm going out. I have to find a trailer somehow. As around, I follow a trail of the most expensive looking buildings. I tag after the most lavishly dressed elves on the main street. I take a map of the city from the embassy to help orient me. I can't read maps, so I'm probably just gonna ask around, realistically. All languages on the eastern continent come from the same linguistic roots, Fey and Divine. Though initially I struggled a little to understand what the kind lady I stopped to ask for direction is trying to tell me, I make out some oriental words and nod gracefully. I her. It takes me about 15 minutes of walking and skulking about weird alleyways before I spot a cylindrical structure of rose marble. 2 golden curtains embroidered with large designs of a spool with pink strings hung from around its wide open double doors. Dark letters spell out the words, "The Hour of the Golden Ones," right above the entrance of the building. Ow! A gentle strum of mandolin came from inside, heart-wrenching, intense, soulful, and yet somehow welcoming. I step inside, yet find myself incapable of spotting a single worker. At least not until 3 shadows of varying sizes shift from behind a paravan of curtains. They speak in some language I do not recognize. I be waiting. I wait quietly, watching the outlines shift behind the curtains that sway at the mercy of the wind. Oh, a customer? A medium shadow queries. Uh-oh. Fuck.
Sounds like it.
Thank you, Red. The smallest... There, very talented. The smallest silhouette, short and stubby, moved to face my direction. Its voice high-pitched and snippy. Oh, fuck.
Now is not a good time.
I frowning, but I wasn't about to give up that easily. I need an outfit for a party tonight at the Arisian embassy. Please. I kept my tone polite. Oh, but I knew an undertone of desperation had slipped in. Wait, I read it like that.
She's
Okay,
desperate.
I'm desperate. I didn't want to see the general's smug expression directed at me tonight. A short silence followed, filled only by the gentle strum of the mandolin.
We are very busy and...
A predator... Rin, stop growling there!
Sorry.
Whoa!
That was my stomach. I'm hungry.
A predatory growl erupted from behind the pair of... help her! What the hell? Help her! Oh. That was scary. I know. The command rolled through the chambers with a low rumble. I felt myself tense as the tallest figure turned to face me from behind the curtain. I don't like how the music stopped. But Natura... Oh, that's true. My bad. Close enough.
You're good.
The growl grew louder. Oh. You're a pretty voice.
Ooh. As you wish, Natura.
So good! The tone was reverent. That was very reverent. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a fun time on stream. Thank you, Lai Z-Kill, for the raid. I've had a fun time. Chat, if you haven't yet, go check them out and give the Raiders the warmest of chat welcomes. If you don't know, we're currently checking out a demo for a game that is on Kickstarter because I want to check this out. It's about grief and romance. Two things I like. Obedience. Language now fully switched to common. The paravan of curtains rustled as a short elf that looked to be within the late years of his lifespan stepped out to help me. Elf! Is this a female elf or a male elf? No. Elf!
Right this way.
Beautifully done, elf! I was quickly led behind another small paravan. Oh.
I am Cupio, one of the designers of the House of the Golden Ones. In your extra hand to look your best today.
Why, thank you!
Will you be needing help undressing?
Oh, that question caught me off guard. I refuse, scandalized by I refuse politely. Thank you for the offer, but I'm accustomed to not being naked in front of other people. Cupio nods, surprisingly accepting of my choice.
Very well then. I will see what we have that will fit your body while you disrobe.
Wow, thank you.
Drape yourself in the plush blanket over on the Davenport if you're feeling bare.
Oh, thank you.
And do not be concerned. We change them after each client that refuses to take it home with them.
Oh. Before I could process his words, the elf had made his way outside of my changing area. It didn't take long before several beautiful outfits were brought to me. Cupio made it his mission to look everywhere but at my body as he delivered them and exited. His regard for my wishes put me at ease as I tried to on the outfits one by one.
Do any of these suit your fancy?
A racy blue and white draped dress with a beautiful belt made of pearls, a conservative black cotton toga that sticks to my curves/muscles, a leather two-piece, a blouse with scented with golden bracers and rings. I do like that. A ceremonial red and white robe of silk with a black embroidered sash. I'm taking that one. I do like red. This looks like something one of the generals would wear back home when they held their conclaves. Fancy, formal, yet not overly conspicuous. The pretty embroidery of the dark sash seemed to tell the myth of the sun mice. An ancient story of how the little man outsmarted the god of shadows. This outfit felt comforting and brought a smile to my lips. Smile.
A great choice.
The tailor praises the way the item of clothing sits upon my frame.
Is this the outfit to your liking?
No! Yes.
Lovely. Now please, follow me to the lockbox.
Thank you. I nod and exit through the heavy curtains to join the small elf at the pay desk, not expecting the looming figure that pushed past the paravan across from mine. Ah! Jesus! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Bruh.
Okay, I find myself face to chest. Okay, that's literally the word. Okay, I find myself face to chest with a being unlike any I've ever seen before. A tall cross between a man and a monster with a powerful body and a rich skin tone. I can't stop looking at his eyes. As I look up at him, his eyebrows jump in surprise before his lips twist into a tameless smile.
Seems like I made the correct choice.
Are you trying to make your voice deeper than it already is?
I don't think I can.
Excuse me?
Alright. Getting you dressed.
I don't like that voice! Ew! Okay, go back to the first one. That was nicer. His voice was like a low purr. Oh, there you go. Like a low purr. And I find my cheeks heating as he made a show of admiring my outfit of choice.
Ooh, you're stunning.
Why, thank you. A large tail switches back and forth behind him as he tilts his head to one side. Rin, stop rizzing my chat, bro. Did you also manage to find suitable clothing?
They're my chat now.
Am I just saying, like, why are you naked? Do you make a habit of helping? You know, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. God damn.
Unfortunately, I don't have the time for such noble work. Lately, the only people I happen to assist are my subordinates by doing the stacks of paperwork on my desk.
His name is short for Isin.
Chat, don't be distracted by his voice. Focus on the fact that he's a wet, sobbing, crying cat emote. Please.
They've had to change that damn thing 3 times this year already.
Are you a public servant of some kind?
Oh yeah, I serve the public.
His bold outfit choice had made me assume he was a famed exotic dancer or performer. The thought made my mind travel in a direction that was anything but innocent. Oh, okay. So I was almost glad when he changed the topic.
Now, to do my job as public servant by covering your bill.
Oh, giving me a little chance to respond, the creature moved to stand in front of the table. Oh, he's peeing. Thank you, but that is unnecessary. I hurriedly step a step even closer to Kupio, who looked between me and the tall man, now behind me, uncertainly.
Do you always fight back this hard when someone tries helping you out?
Kind of. Oh, I know I've given him a weird look when his smile widened, showing off a pair of sharp-topped canines. Yes. An amused hum leaves his lips, and I find myself wondering what it is he gleaned from his curt line of questioning.
This isn't a battle you need to fight. Your purchase is on me. Consider it a gift from the terror of the elves.
Oh my god. I freeze in place as the tall creature crosses his arms in front of his chest, refusing to take no for an answer. His lion-like tail switches back and forth, as if taunting me to attempt to refuse his kindness. This man was the Terra, the demigod leader of the city of Feeds, and the chosen of the earth element. And he just paid for a ridiculously overpriced item of clothing. For me? Alright. The intensity of his gaze lessened before he nodded towards the clothing on my body.
Pretty thing soup, you people.
Why are they all so rizzy?
Girl, what?
Wow.
It's a dating game, girl. Come on.
I know, but so quickly. I wasn't prepared. You know, I'm all flushed right now. Come on.
Like, you gotta prepare yourself first.
Yeah, good.
Consider it a hearty favor. You are a guest of the Dread Festival, right?
Yes, I know. Then he gives me a brilliant grin. Goddamn.
Then please make yourself at home in our city.
The words "a million people would kill for this chance" echo in my mind, and I find myself smiling back at the day. I'm againg right now. Thank you.
It is my duty, and incidentally, my pleasure.
Okay, sick. I'm not prepared. Okay, Chad, you know what? You're gonna see a side of me that you've never seen before. I want to warn you for that. I find my cheeks heating a bit at his tone. hold on. I need to lock it. No, I'm so calm and composed and shit. I'm so calm and composed. I should be on my way.
Of course. I'll be seeing you tonight then.
I picked up my old clothes and packed before bidding Kupio and the Terra the most dignified goodbye I could muster. Bye-bye! Now, what did the way back to the embassy look like? I started retracing my steps, but quickly find myself unable to deny the itch to put words on paper over my recent encounter. Compared to the capital of Ares Empire, the elven city of Omnis is beautiful but chaotic. The architecture I see as I walk the streets is awe-inspiring, but the structure of the city itself is incomprehensible. I wonder what the spatial architects were thinking when they planned this place. The urban design is amateurish when compared to the organized construction of our capital city. Wow, why am I... That's not what I chose. What? My thoughts then wandered to the Terra of the Elves, to his warm smiles and his overly accommodating sentiments. Nobody had ever covered a bill for me before, purely out of kindness. I can help but wonder what the price I'd have to pay for it in return would be. I frown and structure my thoughts on the demigod of Earth. My impression of the Terra of the Elves is that... What? Why are all the choices so mean? What if I like him? What if I like him? Whoa. Wait. I like him though. He seems to live in his own world, or he has a terrible savior complex. Okay, you know what? Ren, you choose. I can't. This is mean.
Wow, you hate me already. That's fucked up.
Oh, I like him. I like Terra. Oh, that's fucked up. You know, I'll just say he seems to live in his own world. I feel like that's nicer, right? Yeah, one is less mean. You're right, chat. I've never once spotted any of our 9 generals out shopping for clothes mere hours before an event as important as the Dread Festival. Then again, if the Terra is as rich as the legends say he is, I shouldn't be surprised that he throws money around at pompous stores with ridiculously inflated... I'm the jerk. Whoa. I feel my chest grow heavy with guilt over the words I put down. Yeah, I better! We've been taught to always show the strength of our empire, throwing mud at the reputations of others in order to do so. However, has never been my favorite thing to do so. I exhale and look up from my page and quill, needing a distraction from my treacherous thoughts. Oh, it comes quickly, as I do not recognize the street I'm walking on. Multitasking is not always as easy as it seems. The marble and quartz are lost, instead replaced by simple one-floor stone buildings, decorated with all kinds of dried plants, bones, and black velvet curtains. The street seemed deserted. The air feels oppressive. Unlike the other parts of town, soft lavender and green candles lay lit around the street, as though there is a heavy darkness here that dims all other colors and needs to be warded off. Silence stretches over me in a way that has me glancing back at my shadow. I don't know why, but this place reminds me of some of the worst moments in my life. Jesus! Okay. The passing of my late parents, a terrible breakup with an abusive ex, a near-death experience I suffered through, the loss of a friend in the yearly wars. No.
God, trauma.
Jesus! You know what? I'll pick a near-death experience. I feel like that is... I get that. An unforeseen medical medical condition that I had a chance not to survive! Right! Fortunately, I recovered, but I get a shiver every time I recall it, and how close it brought me to brink. I shouldn't have picked that choice, Rin. I recalled it. I should have just... Okay.
Getting a little too close.
You know what? I really want this to be immersive, but I'm really getting too immersed right now. It's a bit... Hold on! I recalled the darkness as I passed out. The concerned faces around me. How weak and...
It looks like chat.
Guys! Let me just take a sip of my tea. How weak and pathetic I felt during my recovery process. Okay. I take a deep breath and focus on the teachings of the Ares Empire. The way to fight back the demons that attempt to conquer you. I need to keep myself occupied and focus on the things at hand. I need to take everything step by step. Let's look for someone. I like to ask. While the street I'm currently on is empty, there surely must be someone I can ask for directions. I walk around for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, taking lefts and rights, making my way through neighborhoods that looked that look lived in, yet don't spot a single person. Haven't I already been on the street? I felt as though I'm being watched. I find myself constantly glancing around at the vacant windows and empty street corners. A cold chill climbs up my back as I reach a few doors without windows or candles. Was this elven magic or all just in my head? Was someone playing tricks on me? Ow! Ow! When I stop to readjust my back, I feel something wet hit my forehead. That felt like a brick.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. The darkening skies up above surprise me, and I have barely a moment to blink before I'm caught in a downpour. The rain is so heavy and cold that if I don't hide somewhere quick, I'm sure I'll be sick during tonight's banquet. Shit. At this rate, my notes will be ruined. I break into a run looking for shelter from the downpour. The only place I manage to find on such short notice is underneath a small staircase. I'm forced to squeeze in underneath, pulling my feet into my chest. I don't like the rain. I'd always found it depressing, preferring baking in the sunlight for hours instead. True, I don't like getting wet either. With a downpour like this, it seems as if the sky itself was crying. For the first time in my life, I found the sky's unruliness almost unfair. By force of habit, I find myself closing my eyes and listening to the sound of raindrops as they hit the cement. I breathe in the petrichor and allow its familiar smell to calm me. Despite my feelings, I find my earliest unease evaporating, melting away with the minutes. Woof! I open my eyes to the sound of a bark, and I find a small puppy tilting its head at me. When I blink again, however, I find that I must have imagined it. That doesn't look like a puppy. What stands before me instead is a tall man dressed from head to toe in black. Where's my puppy? His 4 eyes are a startling green, greener than the purest jadeite. Somehow he sticks out from within the gloom of the surrounding environment, perhaps because of the lit white candle that gleams in the lantern he holds up towards me. He surveys me silently, unbothered by the rain falling from the sky. His gaze lingers a beat too long on my ears. Ah. ... Oh, I thought he's gone! That's you. Again, part 2.
A sound like an exasperated scoff escapes him before he moves his cape to one side.
Oh, that's
it
me,
takes
actually.
me a moment to realize that he is offering to share.
Oh, they added question marks. I thought it was you.
Come on.
I'm not sure how I managed to hear a voice so gentle above the downpour.
Let's get you out of this rain.
Aw, rain is nice. I should refuse. Something about strangers and dangers. However, this man and his calm, gentle presence reassured me of my safety in a way no one else ever had. Perhaps it was magic? I'm starting to feel like, weirdly enough, I relate to the main character, but, you know, the fact that the main character really be trusting everyone is not a good thing, is it? And did it truly
really
matter?
why
Why am I getting beaten up? Devs, why are you beating me up right now? And did it truly matter if I was bespelled? If I managed to get to the banquet in time? Yeah, that doesn't matter. With a nod, I move quickly from neath the cold staircase to under the familiar man's cape. Or unfamiliar man's cape. I'm pleased to find that it is much warmer and larger than it looks.
That's what she said.
I was about... Stop!
Sorry, sponsor.
God! Wait, but the word did sound like... Okay, you know what? You set me up for that. Dead ass. God. Oh.
I assume you are an ambassador of the Ares Empire.
Once again, I am surprised I can hear him. Something of the sort. His gaze lingers on me for a moment too long. Though he says nothing, he reaches his lantern forward, and I gather that we should move. The streets are accumulating water at such a pace that the sewage system does not seem capable of handling it. At first, I do my best to avoid the gathering puddles and streams of water, carrying away dust and grime. Though the task is difficult and my feet should be soaked through the shoes and socks, I am surprised to find that I don't walk into the puddles. I walk over them, as though an invisible barrier has been created between myself and the cold water accumulating on the streets. When I glance back at the man leading me, I notice the way the rain bounces away from him. How are you keeping us dry?
The cloak's enchanted.
Ow! Oh, wow. I'm just a man of words, I see. I'd never experienced the effect of a magic item before, and I can't help but be a little awestruck at the revelation. I was almost wearing one. They were pretty rare back in the Ares Empire. I'm like so distracted. The art style is gorgeous, my goodness. He tilts his head towards the sky as if tempting to gauge if it will cease raining soon. I'm sorry, Devs. I'm so distracted by how hot
Does
this
he
guy
have two
is.
sets of eyes?
Yeah, he has 2 sets of eyes. And I love
cool.
eyes. This is so cool. Then sighs.
Oh, I apologize.
Once again, it takes me a moment to catch his voice. I find how easy it is to miss alarming. Are you apologizing for the rain? Do you usually apologize for all the victims you save from a downpour? He raises an eyebrow at my pathetic attempt at a joke. Right.
Only when they're unnatural, caused by the emotional experience of one of ours.
Oh. The puzzle pieces clicked into place. Amor's current aqua aspect of water had come into power 3 years ago, yet he was powerful enough to cause such deluge?
A deluge.
Deluge? Do all elven aspects have the ability to affect the weather? I can feel his gaze resting on me for a brief period.
No.
Oh.
At least not without the help of some spell candles. Yo, title drop.
Oh, title drop. I raise an eyebrow at the man as he guides us into a turn that leads us out of the basic rocky building district. What are spell candles? Title drop. A few seconds pass by without an answer, and I wonder if the cloak almost seems to grow heavier around me.
A way to preserve pure elemental magic.
And the magic is released when the candle is burned? Oh.
Correct.
Is that why the candles are strewn about the entire city? I spot the smallest of twitches at the corner of his mouth. My god.
Aren't you quite the astute student?
I find myself smiling back at him. Aga.
Our kind light them whenever they require magic they do not naturally possess. The red candles, to light the fires at home and warm a room.
Oh.
The blue candles, to summon and control water.
Huh.
The effect to which anyone can use these candles depends on their magical ability, of course. But I think you get the gist of it.
Damn! The curves of his lips soften his features, and for a split second I find myself staring longer than is appropriate. Can I also use magic? How do the aspects impose control upon candles? Upon candles them. How do the aspects impose control upon candles then? Oh, that's that. That makes sense. That's a good question.
So like how they put the power in the...
Yeah. I'm trying to be smart here. I'm trying to impress this guy. The male besides me raises an eyebrow as the rain continues to avoid hitting his lithe features. The more I stare at him, the more I find myself at peace. His calm voice reaches me once more, and I find myself probably just as surprised at his response as he is at my question.
Spell candles are a commodity we aim to make available for every household. If we applied any serious control to them, then that would be like rationing the air your people breathe.
Oh, I'm not sure I understand the comparison.
Here we are.
Aga. The male stopped suddenly and turned towards me, his tall frame towering over me as he lifted his lantern towards the entrance to the Aresian embassy. Loud percussions, the whistle of a flute, and a mandolin rang through the air, showing off that the festivities had begun. And I was late! I'm embarrassed to admit I was focused on the intriguing man before me to notice we'd arrived. Thank you!
No thank you is necessary, be assured.
Yeah, dance, chat! He motioned for me to go ahead with his free hand, so I nodded, turned on my heel, and walked into the embassy in a hurry. The music was much louder inside, accompanied by the smell of various sizzling meats and bright light of hanging chandeliers. Water, earth, and death elves moved around in wild circular dances, dressed in such finery that I found myself thankful that the Terra had intervened on my behalf at the store earlier. No! Though I spot him in the room, I find that he's engaged in conversation with some senators from our empire, full goblet in hand. A few paces away from him, my eyes meet the infamous crimson hues of the general, who seemed to have stopped whatever he was doing to size up my outfit. Irritation bubbles up in my throat, and I find myself quickly pivoting towards the drinks table. A large wine fountain, adorned with lit silver candles, quickly catch my eye, and a polite elf pours me a goblet upon noticing my approach. I take the cup with a smile, but am momentarily distracted from drinking. I hear a series of loud gasps echoed from somewhere before a slick, tangible voice cuts through the music like a hot knife through butter.
I told the pirate lord, that if he's not willing to go to war for my love, he doesn't deserve me. And then I sank his ship to the bottom of the bay.
A series of excited whispers and murmurs followed the ridiculous explanation, carrying the electric atmosphere that supports all form of gossip mongering. Momentarily distracted, I can't help but search for whoever is the source of this ambience.
Frankly, even if my sister and brother were on the marriage market, I doubt they'd be able to impress.
Oh, slay!
Then again, feel free to bring it up with the stepmother, dearest. I'm sure she'll be thrilled to finally get a morsel of attention.
Oh, my feet moved automatically, as if charmed by scandal carried within every sentence of whoever is speaking. I find I am led into a section of the embassy floor, transformed into a lounge by large chases, silk curtains, and burning incense. Many gorgeous elves are piled on top of comfortable pillows. Damn! Blazing around in eye-catching outfits. Yet when my eyes land on the male sprawled in the dead center of this crowd, I find myself suddenly flustered. Joe, Jesus Christ! That's a fish! Everything about this man makes me want to do double and triple takes. The long hair glistening in the candlelights as if wet. The bright pink makeup. The outfit that I'm sure would look unseemly on anyone else in such a formal environment.
What outfit? That is a net.
I know, I'm like, I guess it is unseemly, I guess. Whoever he is, he commands the space behind these curtains as though he owns it. And he might as well, considering the way the hungry gazes of his entourage follow each breath he takes.
No, sweetheart. No matter how much money your father offers her family as a dowry, trust me, she won't marry you.
He sounds so utterly bored with the topic that I almost believe that he isn't reveling in the attention he's receiving. His large smile says otherwise.
Everyone knows that marrying for love is far superior to marrying for money.
Oh. His gaze landed on me, and his smile widened.
Wouldn't you agree?
I gotta readjust this volume real quick, because it's a bit loud. But I don't know how to do that. I'm just gonna do it manually. The pool of attention was dropped upon me so suddenly that I found myself desperate to get rid of it. Marriage for money is better. Marriage for love is better. I don't believe in marriage. I'd rather not give opinions on other people's relationships. Can't people have both?
You greedy.
This is the greed they speak of in the Bible! Can they have both?
Truly?
Oh.
Such naivety.
Oh, I'm convinced his gaze brightens as he shifts it to somewhere behind my shoulder, as if searching for someone beyond the curtains before returning to me.
Well, I suppose I've always had a penchant for the gullible.
His heterochromic eyes slide over my form. I just realized that. The retort I'd planned never leaves my mouth.
You just saw his eyes.
I deadass don't even notice the different eye color, bro. Damn.
Ooh. Oh, You're just my type.
Excuse me. His bold proclamation wipes the remark clean from memory, and I can only stare at him, completely dumbfounded. My cheeks flushed as he spreads... spreads 2 fingers in front of his lips!
Feel free to stop by my room later.
I highly doubt that would be That's you. Part 2.
Oh. Wait, which one was Lattimore?
The first one.
Okay. Aqua of the Elves.
My embarrassment is quickly swept under the rug. The attention of the room instead drawn to the general who'd moved in front of me. His demeanor remains as cold as always.
Ah, the Shadow Master.
Oh my god, you're doing this voice so well. The beautiful man before me finally moves to stand in front of us. I had an inkling that the male before me had to be influential, but had I just been propositioned by the aspect of water? My brain blanched as I pondered how to put that down in my journal.
I've heard a lot about you.
The Aqua did a quick circle around the general, eyeing him with unabashed curiosity.
The man without a heart, was it? Care to dispel that rumor?
Ignoring the bold flirtation of the demigod before him, the general's crimson eyes glanced in my direction briefly.
I ask that you refrain from distracting our Bellfire-mandated political journalist from doing her job.
Yeah. I find myself stiffening upon hearing the mention of the Ares Empire's grand capital. Aqua's attention slid over me again, lingering on the authorized notebook I was given to put my notes down. Oh my goodness!
I make no promises.
Oh my goodness!
You. It's a festival, General. Relax.
Damn, you're actually really good at this! He waved an amphibious hand dismissively.
In fact,
he raised his voice in a way that carried his words around the room.
I propose a toast!
Wow! Another goblet of wine is pushed into my hand by a servant so quickly that I suspect the Aqua of the Elves has a habit of making toasts. Though the room is buzzing with excitement, it's quiet enough to hear a pin drop. Beside me, I notice the general giving Aqua a withering glare.
To the Ares Empire, who have stood behind us thousands of winters.
He raised his silver goblet into the air.
May our festival once again nourish the millennium-old alliance between our two nations, so that we may stand together against the coming horrors anew in 8 months.
8 months?
Prost!
I blinked as the word Prost is echoed around the room and everyone erupts in cheers before drinking from their cups. I'm gonna imitate drinking. I press the goblet to my lips but make no effort to part them. Whatever is in this wine, it smells like the sea. I pulled the cup back to stare at
sorry about
that. Damn, yeah, you're kind of stinking up my drink here. I'll stare at its contents, noting that what was inside looked like a typical red wine. What sort of disaster took place to make such a lovely drink smell like seaweed? It seems I am alone in my confusion, however. The festivities around me have resumed in full force, with the swell of a flute leading most elves that were gathered around Aqua into an unfamiliar folk dance. They bounce around the room in couples, laughing and dragging the occasional senator into their steps. It's wild and lively, antithetical to the structured festivals we hold back at Balefire. Oh, it's an acquired taste. Wine, I mean. Surf grape. They call it an amor. Oh, that's you. Oh, a familiar voice comes from behind, and as I turn, I come face to face with the giant frame of the Elves Terra.
Long time no see, princess. Fuck off.
Orin, you have to do all these. Oh, how befitting of such a beautiful voice as yours. It's good to see you as well, Terra.
Planning to take Aqua up on his offer.
It takes me a second to clue into what he's asking. It seems word travels faster than wine at Elven Capital. I will be doing my job. Yes.
Thought so.
A part of me wanted to ask him what he meant, considering that smile, but I find my attention occupied by Aqua. Oh. He led a complex folk dance with easy confidence, his long hair swaying behind him, a mesmerizing head of the revelry. Our stoic general followed through the motions beside him, as though he'd done this many times before.
He looks like he'd have more fun cleaning bird shit.
I stifle a laugh. I did, behind a hand, and glance up at the shrugging demigod.
Am I wrong, though?
I agree. I can't help the smile that cracks my well-structured mask of professionalism. I don't have to do anything more to earn myself a pleased expression from the elven demigod. His gaze shifts behind me, and I follow it to a lone figure leaning against a wall beside the embassy's entrance. My guide from earlier. With his hood down, I'm startled to see a pair of long, lupine ears shifting on top of his head. Mors Mortis, the aspect of death, the last demigod of the walking elves. He's watching the dance unfolding around the embassy floor, but seems to be restraining himself from joining it. Terra nudges me with his elbow.
You could invite him to a dance, you know.
I'm startled by the suggestion. Yeah, okay. Waiting?
You know the steps, don't you?
I nod, I do! I wouldn't be allowed on this job if I didn't.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I blink at Terra's words, suddenly feeling encouraged to try something new. This could be a great feature to put into the journalistic piece after I get home. Okay, who shall we dance with? You know what? Oh.
Ooh, decisions.
Oh, this is hard. Oh. Hi, Michi, how are you liking the game so far? It is really good. It is really, really good. They said your mod is doing great, especially with Terra. He's a natural. Oh, Rin!
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever considered? Oh my god, if Rin actually becomes a professional voice actor, chat, he's going to be my second Sayu. It's over! It's over for me! I can't do this.
The plan's coming together.
No, please! Please, cover your ears, chat! You cannot be swayed with such voices! Just because his voice is deeper doesn't mean... Please! Okay, who should I pick? Chat, who do you want to pick? Who do you want to pick, chat? Whoever it is, by the way, you will get Rin to voice it. So, after hearing all of Rin's voice, right? Which one would you like the most? That is the best way. I honestly, I don't know. Terra, General, Mors Mortis. I do like Mors Mortis. Mors is really good. Terra is also really good. Terra is insanely hot. That's true. That's true. Poll. Hello, fellow voice actor / mod. Would you like to make a 1-minute poll for this very important decision? Can you please? Honestly, Rin, deadass, if you've ever been like interested in voice acting and you need any type of support whatsoever, let me know. Let me know. I am, you know me, I'm always... Let me know. Let me know. I will help you as best as I can to the best of my abilities, of course. And you know that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. You know, by the way, as this poll is being made, chat, so far, how are you feeling about the game? I will say, this is a demo. It's still like the 1.0 version, so I'm not sure if it's actually released yet. The devs did give me like a way to download. I'm not sure if it's like completely released yet, I think. But what do you think? There is a Kickstarter page on this, by the way. Chat, if you haven't yet, !Kickstarter. Thank you, Maiko. You should check it out if you want to see this game actually appear to fruition. I do recommend supporting them, right? I feel like the art style, I will say, what hooked me at first with the art style, and then I read the prompt, and I do like romance, and I do like grief. So I was like instantly hooked. And then I watched the trailer. I kind of didn't understand too much from the trailer itself, but obviously that makes sense because if they tell us the story in the trailer, right, then like we're just gonna get spoiled, obviously. So then playing the game, oh my goodness. The world building, the art, it's really good. I like how descriptive the texts are. I know I said this and it sounds really fucking stupid, but it actually reminded me of the days I used to enjoy reading books, by the way. Like, I really do enjoy reading books back then when I actually read books. Because it's a different type of, like, imagination, you know? Like, when a game or a story, like, hooks you in with how well everything is written, you start imagining more than you need to. And then every, like, dialogue, everything is, like, that's written, you start imagining so much that it makes it so much more immersive. I kind of miss that feeling.
The details really help you sort of imagine and immerse yourself.
Yeah, which kind of makes the interactions, like, so much better. Usually in, like, games, right? Especially story games, they kind of show in, like, visuals and not too much in text. They do show in text, but not too much. In this game, I feel like they really didn't skim out on the descriptiveness of, like, the story. And I really like that. It's like, it's not like their visuals are, like, lacking either. Their visuals are so good. And they add on to the text. It just makes it really nice. I like it. Oh. If the company hires a VA for this game, dead ass, they need to hire Rin for Terra. It is perfect for his personality. You know what, Rin? You know, if you ever need any help, please don't forget me once you've become famous. Please don't forget your humble beginnings. Stares at myself in the mirror.
Michi who?
No! Is the poll... how's the poll looking like?
It was Terra.
Terra it is. Would you care to dance with me then? I blurt the invitation out. Though the male beside me seems surprised at first, his expression melts into a masculine smile that turns his eyes into molten gold.
Happily.
Ah, I love how that cuts off for a little bit on your voice. Haha, the chat can't hear how... yeah, I'm cock blocking Rin's, like, power here. With a swift motion, he pulls me onto the floor, joining one of the lines of dancers with ease. His large fingers lace with mine, as the music shifts into a more folkloric tune with the same motive. A cello replaces the flute as the leading instrument. Oh, the music is so good. Percussion begins pounding through the air, stirring the adrenaline in my body. I'm hallucinating music. My hips sway in the rhythm of the complex steps of elven traditional dance as I straighten my back. Despite his large frame, Terra's swings and spins are done with ease, and I find myself able to follow and enjoy myself. His smile rousing a rare, genuine grin of my own.
Impressive.
Chat, shimmy right now, shimmy! He gives my hand a gentle squeeze, seemingly having realized that one of the demigods has joined the back of their winding dance line. The other elves swiftly shuffle down the formation to allow Terra to lead. If he noticed this fact, he doesn't comment on it. His eyes remain glued to me as he guides us around the center of the room, contesting Aqua and the General for the public eye.
Enjoying yourself?
What does "let's take the heart of the room" mean? Well, what does that mean?
Like you go into the middle, like you become the centerpiece.
I am!
We become the centerpiece.
Me become center. Okay, I'm just gonna say I am, because I would say I am. I am! It might be the drink from earlier, but I could have sworn Terra's eyes glittered and lingered on my lips for a second. Oh.
Alright, hold on.
Oh, turning away from me, the demigod pulls our row right in front of Aqua's dance line. He dips underneath the intertwined hands of two shorter elves, forcing our way with a confident step that makes me laugh as I follow him down, and then back up into the center of the hall. Hold on, let me recompose myself. The music swells as we wind into a small circle, stepping in perfect beat with the pounding drum, until the line twists so much that it becomes a maze of bodies weaving around one another. Until the music stops, and I'm not next to Terra, but facing him. Close enough that I can feel the heat radiating off his body. Yes! Our breaths are almost as intertwined as our hands. Sorry. Composing myself. My bad, devs. I can feel his tail brush against my leg. As I search for something to say, the room erupts in cheers and jolly laughter and erupts into another dance. But I'm too tired to join in, or perhaps too disturbed to acknowledge the way my heart is beating. Ba-dump, ba-dump. As if sensing my discomfort, Terra pulls me out of the center of attention.
Need a drink?
Yes! He nods and heads to the bar, leaving me alone to catch my breath, sort through my emotions. None of the Arisian generals would dine with their subordinates, and I just dance with a demigod. I can hear my heart beating in my ears, and for once, it's not from fear. For the first time in years, I begin thinking that my work is going to be genuine praise rather than propaganda. As I glance around the festivities of the room, I notice that Mors Mortis is quietly conversing with the general, who has a grave expression on his face. Akko is nowhere to be found. I also notice the way I'm being constantly pinned with curious glances, perhaps due to my earlier dance performance.
Here.
I blink as Terrace appeared beside me again, a goblet of wine in each hand. Thank you, glug glug glug. I accept the drink and take a big gulp, unable to school my expression into something resembling neutrality at its salty punch. This is delicious! Terra chuckles behind me.
It's an acquired taste.
Might take me a few centuries.
Don't let Aqua hear you. Might accuse you of great political offense.
I find my body seizing up at the thought. The sound around me grow to dull thuds, my heart beating in my chest, ringing in my ears. Prison. I could go to prison. I could get killed for letting loose, for this opinion I dare share aloud. I can feel the general's eyes on me, and I have to remind myself to breathe.
Hey! I was joking.
I find that Terra has moved in front of me, blocking me from the view of the rest of the room. Concern is lacing his features.
Can you hear me?
No, man, I'm gonna die. I manage a nod and he sighs.
Oh. Michi, look at me.
Now don't insert me in this like that! Not the soft growl in his voice makes me do just that. No!
Alright, you're going to be alright.
I hadn't realized how close he'd gotten. The way his tattoos glitter in the candlelight. How he smells of agarwood, earth, and birch. Oh my goodness! The details stir me, knock me out of my fear, and incite an entirely different thrill. I find myself nodding with more conviction this time, mostly to clear my head, but earn myself a small smile either way. Gulp.
Your name?
Gulp! Excuse me. It takes me a moment to realize that I never properly introduced myself. Hi, Michi. Oh, come on.
Michi, the political journalist and dancer extraordinaire.
That's me. Oh, it seems they forgot the first part. Oh. The general cuts into the conversation with a glare in my direction that gives me goosebumps. No.
Any journalist serious about their job would already be resting, preparing for tomorrow's festival opening.
Gulp. Though the smile on Terra's lips remain in place, I can sense it is no longer genuine.
Then the fault is mine, General. I requested Michi to join me.
Oh. ...
And I wasn't aware there was a curfew.
There isn't, but I decide to hold my tongue behind my teeth before I get on the general's bad side. He looks to be searching for words. Oh, should I help him? I say so. I shut up.
Well, it's a heads up for a first-timer on the job.
The general gives me a curt, dismissive nod, but Terra just stares at me quietly.
I see. It's an interesting practice.
Oh. An unfamiliar look crosses his features before he gives me a bright smile, as fake as my own. Something unspoken connects us in a way that makes the Shadow Master frown, a warning to hurry my departure. May the night protect you both! I give a quick bow and turn on my heel. Heading up the stairs into the embassy's living quarters, I am guided to my quarters by a young girl with warm mannerisms and deposited in front of the door to a room I won't be sharing with anyone else. Fuck. I love how they have to make that clear. I quickly reach my room.
It's like you're going home alone now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's like I finally reach my home that I live in, alone, without anybody, alone. by yourself.
By yourself.
Without anybody in there, because you're alone. The inside is small, but luxuriously furnished, showing off what I already knew, that the Ares Empire spared no expense for its diplomats. I find myself glaring at the unnecessary mahogany desk, the silk robe hanging from my dresses, the comfortable bed warmed by the red candle lit beside it, the redundant opulence of the ensuite bathroom with the heated floors and the scented soaps. Oh, I sigh as I sink it. I know, as I sink into my bed, journal in my hand. Pushing my annoyance aside, my thoughts drift, taking me through the day. So far, I find Omnis to be charming. The interconnectedness of all elven races in Omnis is reminiscent of our Bale fire. There is an inherent kindness that perhaps stems from the excitement over the festivities. It is chaotic, wild, and in some way similar to our holidays back home, or the memories of hundreds of lost ones spurs on a camaraderie between the walking elves and the Arisians. I take a moment to ponder how I feel after the long day I've had, and find that my latest hours stick out as a journey of emotions. Agreeing to come here had been a risk, but maybe, just maybe, the trouble would be worth it. Next, I find myself focusing on the welcoming festivities I'd just been a part of. Special experience. Special. I don't want to go to jail. My job is to lie here a little bit. The winters our eastern continent experience are mere myths to the rest of the known world. They are harsh, filled with horrors of mind and body. We lose too many good people to these wars every year. And yet, within the Arisian Embassy of Omnis, the evening before the Dread Festival, we are welcomed with open arms by our elven comrades in arms. We find hope in breaking bread and sharing wine. We smile, laugh, and choose to live on, persist despite the dominations in our recent memories. It was a heartwarming sight of an alliance forged over millennia of joint suffering. I find myself smiling when I think of... Fine. The fearless, imposing demigod of the earth element and exploiter of all of its treasures, the zealous leader of Fides, the elven city of faith, ruthless warrior, aspect, natura. He wasn't anything like what I expected. Generous, kind, obliging, a man who showed off his propensity to lead with a simple dance and a soft squeeze of a hand. God damn, I'm going to prison! A stark contrast to the phony diplomats and ruthless generals from Ares.
You look good in orange.
Oh, true. Damn! I shake my head at the thought, deciding that this is better left unwritten. Then after a moment, I scratched through the entire section I'd written about Terra, paranoid that someone with basic political knowledge could read between the lines of my work. Perhaps the weeks of travel were finally getting to me. I put away my journal and try to get some rest. To survive in the Ares Empire, you need to love it. Or you need to be very good at pretending to do so. The delegation was ready to depart to the central plaza at 7:30 a.m. sharp. Systemized like apothecary bottles, not a single soul dared to be late under the general's scrutiny. As if yesterday's chaotic revelry was a dream we'd all conjured up in our sleep. But the outfit on my body was proof enough, considering I had nothing else decent to wear. The elven diplomats meant to escort us to the location of the Dread Festival's opening ceremony arrived at exactly 7:35. The Shadow Master greeted them, and after finishing the steaming contents of his cup, bid they lead the way. I soon found myself uncertain as to why all of this posturing was necessary. The central plaza of Omnis is exactly a 3-minute walk away from the embassy. Though we are early to the ceremony, the open space is packed with elves of various elemental inclination and ages. 7 large stone coffins, held together with heavy locks and star-mailed chains, lay arranged in a neat line in the heart of the square. A giant cauldron of bubbling wax levitates peacefully above each one, and I quickly spot the 7 lit silver candles held together by Mors Mortis. Though Terra and Aqua are nowhere to be found. Aha! Now I can oogle. It's fine. The aspect of death seems to be personally be attending the festival's preparation. He appears calm as he runs his fingers over the flames of the braziers heating the cauldrons, earning excited whispers from the gathered elves and senators. I find myself wondering if it hurts or if he touched the fire so many times he'd grown numb to it. For a second, his eyes meet mine across the field as our delegation steps forward to our designated area. I smile. Surprise skips over his features like a pebble before sinking underneath the perfectly constructed political smile he'd offer our delegation. Or so I expected. Instead, his expression remains the same as he offers us a cool, calculated bow. Oh, I should have bowed. Fuck.
Welcome, esteemed General and delegates of the Ares Empire, to this year's Dread Festival opening. Thank you, Aspect of Death, for hosting us again this year.
The Shadow Master returns the sentiment with a curt bow of his own, but a lukewarm exchange. I'm not certainly oh my gosh, a shock beating. I'm not certain exactly what has happened between these two, but I do not have any time to dwell on it, for Aqua and Terra's arrival breaks the tension and turns it into chaos. It is as if wherever those two appear, the location turns into a stage set for a spectacle. A stark contrast to the elves' indifference towards Mors Mortis and a quiet curiosity about the general. I find my gaze lingering upon An aspect of Earth towers over the Aqua, staying slightly behind him as his gaze sweeps through the crowd. His hair is a wilder mess than yesterday, and his powerful frame seems to be set with fatigue. Or am I imagining it? He takes control of the public square simply by opening his mouth.
Esteemed guests of the Empire, allow us to once again welcome you to our lands as we commemorate the end of another winter.
Terra moves to stand beside the now quiet Mors Mortis.
There is no greater honor for us and our people to call you and yours by the term allies.
Yay!
For every time we've called, you have answered, and whenever you've been in need, we've delivered.
Whoa!
It is through good that we stave off evil. Through your gods and ours.
Listening to the eloquence of the aspect of Earth, I'm quickly reminded that as the leader of the Elven City of Faith, Terra also holds the title of head of all elfic religions. Aqua speaks next, a hand on his heart.
Our bond has lasted for millennia, a marriage against darkness. This commitment, immortalized when we sealed away the 7 Scions, will continue to hold again today. On this first dawn of the Dread Festival, we vow to once again keep them at bay.
His voice pulls me towards him like a sailor to a siren, but it is Mors Mortis' tone that brings me back, that makes me stop and listen.
From flesh to wax, from wax to life. Every year, the eternal war takes from us those we hold dear.
True.
And with what is left of them, we seal away chaos, anger, harm, loneliness, sorrow, hunger, and plague, and take a breath until next winter. For it is through faith that we hold the lines.
Through love that we stand united.
And through hope that we keep fighting.
Damn!
Let those we love shield us once more from the dangers we've forgotten.
Oh my god, writing!
Breathe in and take your time to pray.
I'm praying right now! Terra's command echoes through the air, rendering the thousands of elves gathering on their knees. As per the ritual, our delegation is the first to walk up to the braziers of bubbling wax and silently thank those who gave their lives for ours. The general goes first, murmuring thank yous in both our language and that of the elves. Though I can't see his face, I find his tone to be gentler than any I'd heard from him before. I go last from our delegation. I think about those I've lost over the years to this war. A deep pain grips me. I know it stems from the emptiness of what was once, but is now no more. God damn! As I reach the first cauldron, I thank the people and elves who gave their lives for our peace in both languages. Then I move on to the next cauldron and do the same. and the next, and the next, and the next. It is considered a great honor to be able to come this close to the dead again. Once our delegation has finished paying our respects, the elven aspects follow. The three move in perfect tandem, and by the time Mors Mortis has finished, the rest of the elven population in Omnis is already in silent tears.
Or
Mors Mortis orders after a moment of silence. The 7 cauldrons obey Mors Mortis' command, slowly moving to tip over. Wax begins hitting the coffins one by one, resealing them under the watchful eyes of the elven aspects, their people, and our delegation. No!
get down!
Butt flip, explode! The world shatters through the silence. I barely have time to process the familiar voice before the ground underneath my feet gives. For a second, I think I'm blind. The world has turned pitch black. I think I smell something burning. Then, daylight breaks through, bringing back my sense of sight. My knees are bleeding. I blink as I try to get my bearings, but it is as though sound has ceased to function. I make out that some of the senators lay beside me, cowering.
Ooh, what does she do?
Let's not try to die. I'm staying low. The general is kneeling beside me, a knife in his hand. His eyes wander around our delegation, coolly checking for everyone's presence and safety. At least until a shout cuts apart my uncertainty with a new horrifying discovery.
The goddess of chaos has escaped!
My eyes shoot in the direction of the pale marble coffin, the last one to be sealed, now empty. I hear murmurs and whispers from the gathered elven crowds. The words are undecipherable until the general's crimson gaze weeps towards the onlookers with what can only be described as wild fury.
They finally decided to conquer us too! Betrayers! Scoundrels!
My blood chills as I realize that the only possible culprits could be those close enough to the cauldrons. The realization seems to dawn upon the aspects at the same time because all 3 of them turn to face us. The words "seize them" suddenly sound like a phrase from a banned horror novel. The elven crowds are dispersed and told to return to their homes under curfew. Meanwhile, we are roughly pulled to a standing position in front of the aspects. While Terra and Aqua's expression are unreadable, Mors Mortis looks dangerously calm.
General, give us one reason why we mustn't lynch your delegation and send you back to the Empire to announce the dissolution of our alliance. You have no proof.
I find this man's ability to remain an egotistical bastard even when standing before 3 demigods almost attractive. Almost.
Did nobody else stand close enough to the braziers in order to tamper with them?
The general falls silent and I realize exactly what he's saying. I see Mors Mortis' expression turn murderous as he reaches the same conclusion. My thoughts suddenly dim as a primal existential fear of death sinks its claws into my back.
How dare.
Well, let's hold an investigation then.
Aqua's smile is nonchalant, but something in his tone gives me pause. Mors Mortis' eyes narrow on the demigod of water.
Everyone present is a suspect now, as I slightly stutter.
I don't know why the 3 unitary demigods suddenly look so divided. Terra, much to my surprise, is frowning, his tail flicking around, his arms crossed in front of his chest.
Very well.
Mors Mortis' 4 jade eyes wandered between the members of our delegation and the surrounding guards before landing on the general.
Name your investigator, Shadow Master. You get 1, and only 1.
Don't say me! Don't say... Fuck!
Michi!
Fuck you. Yeah, what? Exactly. I jump to my feet as all eyes turn to me. Fuck, I'll do it. I don't want to go to prison. I can't say I can't. I'll go to prison if I say no. I catch a glimmer in Terra's gaze as none of the aspects argue the general's choice. Aqua's smile widens and I find myself looking away, needing to escape all of this attention.
The festival lasts 7 days. This is how long you have to get your truth.
Wait, was he blaming Mors Mortis for, like, everything? Was he, like, Loki kind of insinuating that? The unspoken "if you fail" remains a silent
think so.
implication. Oh, that hangs over my head like a guillotine for the next week. Day 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god. Alright, let's check out a little bit more, because I don't want to spoil the whole thing. I return to my room and find that my fingers are gripping my journal so hard that they're shaking. I'm gonna pee. Desperately. I can sense how overwhelmed I am with fear. Had it been winter, I likely would have already turned into some mindless ghoul and fallen prey to the sword of a soldier. I take in a deep breath, then exhale. I repeat these simple motions several times until my brain has enough oxygen to function again, as it should. Who do I investigate? Let's pick Terra for now.
Who's looking a little sussy?
It wasn't Terra, but I kind of want to hear you voice him. I tap my pen against my desk as I try to structure a plan. I'm a political journalist, not a detective. I should be reporting on the strong relationship between the Ares Empire and Quil-on-Gilar. I should be watching the general gallivanting alongside the aspects, drinking wine, smiling politely, and just writing. Instead, I somehow find myself spearheading an investigation that could not only spark a war between two nations, but also result in the end of my life. I can feel the nerves in my stomach like worms, eating me from the inside out. I should have skipped breakfast at this rate. I might skip dinner. You alright? You look like you want to murder your journal. Which I do not recommend, by the way. It looks like a nice journal. I find myself torn from my thoughts by a voice I'm quickly growing acquainted with. Its owner leans against the open doorway, strong arms crossed in front of his chest.
I knocked several times, but you didn't respond. So I let myself in.
Rude. It took me a moment to realize that he was waiting for me to respond to his earlier inquiry. I'm fine. He hums, his eyes studying me briefly. His gaze was piercing, as though he could see through every little lie. Please, feel free to take a seat. I motion to the chair in front of my desk and watch Terra's gaze flick briefly to it before moving back to me with a raised eyebrow.
I don't mean to be disrespectful to your embassy's choice of furniture in saying this, but if I were to put my full weight onto that seat, I fear it wouldn't hold another person ever again. Michi, you good?
Yes!
And while I have no issues paying for those damages, I think I'd rather spare your ambassadors the embarrassment.
A giggle escapes me as I process his words, imagining the present ambassadors rushing over to apologize to the elves Terra for their inadequate seating arrangement. Sounded like something of a local comedy skit. Alright then. On to the topic at hand. Did you know anything unusual happening the hours before the incident? Were you late on the morning of the incident? Who do you think is responsible? Unusual.
No, I was preoccupied.
Any particular reason? He chuckles and the sound inexplicably takes a load off my shoulders. Some demigod enchantment, perhaps?
I was releasing some pent-up energy.
I don't want to know! Through exercise? Okay, wow.
With Aqua.
Oh! It takes great effort for me to keep my pen moving against the paper, but the writing turns into an unintelligible scrawl as his words sink in. His expression is proof enough that he isn't teasing me. His lips are set into a firm line, his muscular arms crossed in front of his chest. After a few moments, when I'm certain he cheated on us, an expression schooled, I continued that line of questioning. And how long were you together for that evening?
Until morning.
Could you give me the exact hours? His tail twitches from behind him, his eyes flickering away from me as he attempts to recall the information I needed.
I made sure to stay at the embassy as long as it was polite.
Which was?
Your general vanished at around 3 a.m., and I followed his lead.
I nod my head, a frown on my lips at the mention of my strict superior. Aqua left with you. He nods, and I unwittingly find myself following the movements of his short braids over his chest. And you were with Aqua until you arrived at the scene of the crime. Terra cocks an amused eyebrow at my choice of terminology.
For the most part, investigator.
I give him a look that demands further clarification.
We separated for a shower and exchange of clothes at around 6 a.m.
I put that down word for word and move on with my other queries. Why were you late on the morning of the incident? Who do you think is responsible? Why?
Some elven business came up.
Right before the beginning of the festival?
Well, when you live as long as I do, investigator, you come to realize that there's two kinds of business. There's the business you can put off, and the business you can't.
True.
Usually, if you don't handle the first, it becomes the second. I try not to make that mistake.
True. That's very organized of you. I find myself smiling at his explanation. The compliment comes out accidentally and earns me a bright grin.
Thank you.
His tone softens slightly, a low, warm rumble compared to his usual demanding voice. I almost find it difficult to focus on the work at hand. Are you using some kind of spell? What the? Can you tell me any more about the elven business that made you late? Does the Dread Festival use the same agenda every... Made you late? While the smile on the Earth aspect face doesn't shift, his tail bristles. I've seen enough small cats to know what that means. Oh.
No.
Alarm bells go off in my head at the sudden shift in aura. The word rings between us in a cool, steely tone. I've hit a wall with this line of questioning. Or perhaps I realize that it's simply best that I don't push it for now. Alright, I apologize. Better move on to another question. What are you doing?
The terror's eyes narrow at my question.
Oh.
His lips pursing into a scowl, and I'm narrating myself.
You are.
Whoever they are, they couldn't have escaped far. I've put Omnis into lockdown. No one can leave or enter.
That wasn't my question. His eyes, like molten gold, slid to me, and for a split second I could imagine what it was like to be this man's enemy, to stand against a man who could move a mountain. Literally.
Someone or something that wishes to weaken us, to drive fear into the hearts of our people. Ooh, and when I find them, I will tear them to pieces with my bare hands and let them rot on the altar of celebration until the crows have picked the meat clean from the remains and the bear rats have dissolved the bones with their shit.
Whoa. Where are your eyes, Michi? I don't even know where my mind is anymore. It takes me a moment to close my mouth and remember to write this down. Silence stretches out between us, the only sound of ink on paper before I look up at the demigod before me, another question in mind. Child of evil, is there any chance that one of yours betrayed you? What could anyone hope to gain from ruining the opening ritual? Ooh, I'm gonna do it! I'll ask!
Well, if that were the case, they wouldn't be able to hide for long. You've studied the myth of Barossa and Denos?
Oh, yes. The god of day married a handsome elven man, Barossa, promising him a place on the sky in exchange for his love. Only Barossa's heart had already belonged to another. The lie was discovered, and the god was furious enough to take away the elf's ability to lie while turning Barossa to stone, like his heart had been towards him. I recalled the basics of the story we'd studied in the Academy of Written Truth during my college years.
You're quite well read, aren't you, Investigator Michi?
Okay, Investigator Michi was not part of the script. The way he purred the word investigator made me nearly miss the ink well with my feather. Why do you bring that story up?
Because it is no mere story. Elves cannot lie. We can skirt around the truth, twist the meanings of words. We speak with tones and inflections, but we cannot lie.
Oh.
Makes my job of questioning the suspects on our side quite easy.
How soon will you be able to tell me the results?
By stone carving, I should have been able to question all of ours who carry the scent of the wax mixture from this morning.
Stone carving. Day 3 of the Dread Festival takes place on the training grounds in the Enclave of the Gods. I'll see you there then. The Terra gives me another pleased half smile. A knock sounds on the door, breaking us away from our session. The Terra's eyes move from the door to me. His lips purse as he steps away from it. For a man so famous for his control, he sure had no problem giving it away. I'd half expected him to answer before I'd blinked. Come in. The door creaks open and I find myself looking at a handsome, light silver-haired elf who offers the Terra a low bow. Bow.
Allura?
Oh, you are needed in the square to help set up the fire dancing festival, Natura.
Of course, I'll be right there.
Though I'm annoyed by the interruption, I nod my head where Terra's gaze returns to me.
I'll see you at the fire dancing then, investigator. Do you have appropriate clothes for the event?
Why did he ask? I find myself caught off guard by the question.
You know, I'll have some sent to your room before tonight then.
Are you always buying strangers whole new wardrobes?
Usually only those that ask nicely.
His grin stirs in me something fierce. That is literally what I... Natura!
I'm coming, Allura.
He's out of the door before I can poke at his words, leaving my brain scrambled with information and my stomach with warmth. Who do I investigate? Okay, hold on. Let me check this. Damn! We have this option for journaling, by the way, and we have these schedules, right? And then we can actually see who's who. There's an inside job. An incident was an inside job. Oh, wait. Actually, they actually just kind of Loki spoiled it over here. Aqua alluded to believing the incident was an inside job. Oh, they write it down. The goddess wasn't amongst them. Yeah, okay, so because there's a demo, this kind of whatchamacallit, kind of spoiled the whole, we have the whole thing, but we do have to schedule. And his culprit is by catching them in a lie. I plan to start recording timelines. Aqua says he stayed at the festivals until at least I am. The Terra has stated that he and the Aqua stayed at the embassy until 3. They left once after the general retired. Oh, so we can cross-check information. Oh, the elven aspects of water and earth. Yeah, spent the night together. Wait, what do I happen if I click water? Oh, it's still... Oh! We have age 60! Wait. 200! Rin, can you quickly read this for chat? I need to pee real quick. I need you to just read Terrace. I need you to know, right, chat, who you were like, oh my god, he's so hot for. Okay, 1 second, I need to pee.
Alright. Hey guys, Terra here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. So, I am the leader of the Elven Faith, Archbishop of the Old Gods, Commander of the Woken Armies, the Unshakable, he who holds the sun above his people, the Elven aspect of Earth, the one kissed by Favos, ruler of Fides, the Androphinx. I am a young 200 plus, standing at a tall 7'2". My large size is matched only by that of my coffers. With an easy smile and a warm gaze, the Elven Terra exudes masculinity and gentle dominance with each movement he makes. He handles all matters of political and of politics and economy from the top floor of his tower in Omnis. I got the penthouse, baby. I don't think I've ever met a larger humanoid in my life. He seems kind, if perhaps a bit too free with his spending. Ooh. And then we talk about how we first met. I came across Investigator Michi over at the Hour of the Golden Ones. I bought her an outfit with a ridiculous price tag, 'cause she's worth it. And it was wonderful to see her wearing that later on that evening. All right. I can't really change the page, so we're just gonna sit on this and hang out for a minute. So how are you guys liking the game so far, chat?
I have returned.
So far, so good. Good. Simping.
What?
Yeah. Well, I was asking them how they're liking the game so far.
I came back to one person saying, Rin sounds hot. What the fuck? Oh. I just thought, who is he? Who is he? Guys, hold on, let me make this really big. This guy is Rin. He is my mod. And he also has a very cool, nice, deep, smooth voice. I do see why a lot of people would find this very attractive. Would you like to introduce yourself if you haven't yet?
Hi chat, I'm Rin. I'm a mod for Michi. I hang out sometimes. She loves to introduce me in a certain way.
Yeah! Okay, I was being nice today, okay? I'm being really nice. It's like late
You
and I'm
were being nice while dragging me into this, okay.
okay, don't you admit it's kind of fun?
It is fun, I'll give you that.
I know, it's really nice. I do like voicing like games like this is always so nice because you can have your own interpretation on what they're saying, and it's really cool too. Yeah, most of the time I introduce him as my e-boy mod because that also makes a lot of sense. I feel like it's very straightforward and be like, this is my e-boy mod. Yeah, I do that too.
Like, they're like, what do you mean by that? It's like, oh hey guys. They're like, oh okay.
Yeah.
Like
At one point,
that tracks.
At one point, I even talked to Rin about this recently, where it's like we had like some people, obviously they're appearing, you know, like normal people, the tourists. They would hop in. They're like, "We know you're a man, bro. Turn off your voice changer." And then I was like, you know what? I should just have Rin in call. Like the whole time I'm playing, I'll just have him in call, right? And then it just takes one guy to be like, "We know you're a man." And I'm like, all right, let me turn off my voice changer, and then Rin will just start talking.
Alright guys, sorry about that. I'll turn the voice changer off now.
There, and then I can mouth the words, and that will cook. I've never denied it, by the way. I don't know why people still bring it up as if like that's like a gotcha moment. Because I've multiple times I've said myself, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm actually a man with a really thick voice changer. That's true. I don't know why people.
Her middle name's Nathaniel for a reason.
That is true. I am actually a buff, tall, strong, deep-sounding man. That is true. That's right, Nathaniel. But yeah, people. Someone asked if you had a channel. Actually, do you?
I do not have a channel.
You know, if you're ever bored of me trying to turn all my mods into like
Your
their
immediate
own.
response should be, and my dick is
Your
bigger
immediate
than yours
response
on."
should. My dick is bigger than yours. Well, you see, I don't like to bring up my massive. No, Rin, do you want to? Okay, listen. Maiko is off limits here. You know, Maiko actually streams chat every now and then. He actually does. He would like open cards, play his cool little cute games, and open more cards. He doesn't have a problem, but he actually does stream. And did you know Maiko sings? That's another fun fact. I like to, because I think streaming is a lot of fun, and I really like content creation. I like doing this, so I like to bring everyone that I like to be like, oh, if you ever want to be a content creator, let me know, and then I help them because it's so nice.
Let me know.
Let me know. I can't believe Tara is 200 and he's 7'2".
7 foot 2.
Oh, 7'2". My bad. I read
That's
with
like
centimeters.
just over 2 meters.
Damn. Let's read this. Age 31. Oh my god. General Latimor Shang-Di is an unk.
Thanks for the tip. Following Maiko now.
Following Michael right now. He brings Death Emperor. He's 6 foot. Okay. Damn, no wonder he looks so tiny next to him. Bro is huge. Aqua is 60 plus years old and is 5'9". The youngest of the aspect. 450. He's old.
Well, he's the aspect of death, so.
Does he just not die? Oh, is that... His successor is known to be the cause of many disputes. Oh. Inside
Ooh, so
job
he's a little controversial.
information. Aqua possesses an ability called empathy, which allows him to sense the emotions of those around him. Oh. The Thera of the elves can commune with the gods. The Mors Mortis the elves can sense, hear, and communicate with the dead. Elves have heightened sense better than those of most predatory animals and monsters. All three aspects have abilities that should help them figure out who the culprit is. So why haven't they done so yet? Oh. Okay, I'm assuming the demo would probably end after we interrogated everyone. But low-key, we did kind of get spoiled here. But yeah, I don't want to spoil the interactions because I feel like the interaction is the coolest part of the game. God damn. See what the history is. Oh, you can even go back. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wait, what happens if I do? Oh! I went all the way back!
Oh, you went back.
I
it's
could
got a
scroll. Oh! I was like, oh my god, I went to the start of the game! Oh god! Oh, Jesus! Okay, at least...
run it back.
Run it back, guys! Run it back all the way from the beginning! Okay. I'll probably... And then... Nice! Oh, we could save the game. Wait. Let me save the game here. Let me... Hello? What?
What'd you do?
Uh-oh.
Michi?
What did I do? I can't go back. Okay, maybe if I just... Like this? There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Saved.
Saved. I think it was just because it was like mid-save game. Lot. Oh, you can even like save it during pictures. Oh! Hey, you can like save like the ending pictures and stuff in save slots. Almost broke the game. I fear. Every day I shake in fear.
I mean, that is your specialty, is finding ways to break things.
I do notice that. I do break a lot of things. I don't know why. Here, let me have it so then in the history you can see his face. There we go. Anyways, chat, what do you think? Wait, does that mean I can scroll up all the way to...
Are you looking for a specific photo?
No. No.
Elves can't lie, Michi.
Thank God I'm not an elf. Oh, wait. It's here. No! No! They're like, you can't do this. Sick! Anyways.
I am low-key impressed, and also, like, how did you remember exactly what photo that was and where it was in the story?
Your Honor, I'm but a simple man, you see. I'm but a simple, lonely man that, remembers very important things in life, you know? Like, pay your bills.
When she locks in.
Oh, goddamn! I just wanted to see his golden eyes.
Yeah, you had to double check right there.
It's really hard, okay? He got a lot of gold on him. It's really hard. It's... Yes. If anything, actually, I remember also the introduction for the general, which is... Hold on. Oh, there we go. I remember that. I might... Where is it? Oh, fuck. You know what? I probably should... Right. Right. I also remember this.
She just wants to go back and, like, do some of the other storylines later, chat. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Then, I also remember... Right here somewhere. Right here. Where is it? I'm so close. I'm so close. Fuck. I think like I have to do this first. Boom. You see that? 3 in a row, baby. 3 in a row. Bam, 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 bam. Right?
You're only missing one more.
Oh, don't doubt my skills now. You see, I don't have a lot of talents, but remembering very key factors in my journey is something I'm really good at. Hold on. 1 second. Wait. I want to pick one that's nice. Okay.
She has a very specific set of skills, chat.
I told you. What did I say? 4 in a row, baby. Bam, 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 bam. You see that? Exactly. Yeah, this is what I used to remember stuff. Anyways, the art is great. Story is great. Rin, what do you think? Since you had to voice these characters, right? What do you feel?
It's nice, you know? I feel like each one gets its own sort of character within the story, so it differentiates them all.
Which
And
one do you like the most?
The narrator has a lot of, like, interactions.
True. True. I like how descriptive it is, too. I think I said that before, but as I kept playing the game, it's very descriptive. Got me, wowie a little bit. Wowed me a little bit. What
Yeah,
character?
It kind of sucked you in a little bit.
It did. Wow.
I mean, I feel like I have to go for Terra, right?
You don't have to. Like, okay, if let's say, right, you're not on stream. Hold on, I know what to do. If you weren't on stream, right, and ignoring this first one, you see these, which one would you be like, God damn, you know? You're like, damn, I like that. Let me just hover over them.
Yeah.
Just one more time.
It would either be Terra or the General.
Oh. Okay, Terra I get.
Oh.
Okay, why Terra, actually?
I don't know, big manly man.
Then why the general?
He looks like he would, like, be good in a fight. And he
Ah.
low-key kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, Zuko.
I was about to
Korra.
say, yeah. I was literally about to say, like, he has a very similar energy as Zuko. For some reason. And I kind of like that. Yeah, true. Honestly, if this wasn't, like, on stream... Well, if it was, even if it was on stream, right? But I like Mortis the most, actually.
That tracks.
Like, I really
And
like... He's so gentle. He's so gentle and he reminds me of something, but I can't, like, really pinpoint what, but he reminds me of, like... Same, right? I don't know how to explain it. Like,
He's got the very androgynous energy going on.
Ah!
Oh,
Fuck!
what'd
I
you do?
saved over it!
Oh no, we lost Morse.
No,
Oh,
Martin!
seven Morse, he didn't get picked.
No! No, it's okay, I remember. Motherfucker, woof. It was in the woof. I
She
remember.
jumped straight to it.
Exactly, where is it?
And I was
Here.
like, let's get you out of the rain. There it is. Yeah, one of those.
No! My beautiful save files! No, it's not this. You lied to me. See, you don't possess the skills I have.
I'm sorry. I'm just a young apprentice. You'll have to show
God.
me the ways.
It's shaking my head. Ah. You disappoint me. You disappoint me truly. I thought I raised you better. It was after the wolf. It was actually, I can actually pinpoint 3 dialogues after wolf. I think. You know what? Let's test this. Like, we can actually test this. Wolf, right? Check this out. Hold on. Wolf. 1, 2, 3.
When she locks in, chat.
I swear on normal, I swear. I like this game a normal amount, chat, I swear. Devs, please, don't be scared. Don't be scared, Devs, I swear. You picked the right... Oh, I swear, Devs, I'm so sorry. I locked it so damn hard. I was like, oh, I like the...
Photographic memory for thirst pics.
Photographic memory for this, hell yeah! I remembered it to a T. She doesn't remember why she went to the
She is
kitchen.
a freak.
God, every time you do that, it reminds me of Pharaoh. Pharaoh says that so often to me. Oh, God. Listen. Call it a hidden talent, am I right, y'all? Call it a hidden talent of mine. I do be
At this
remembering
point, you're not
things.
hiding it at all.
Call it a talent of mine, you know? You're good at music, you're good at art. I can remember exactly, to a T, when things happen. Specifically. Keep it hidden. I like Mortis the most, low-key. Because, like, first of all, I love the eye designs. I love how, like, usually, you know how, like, the element of death is always perceived as, like,
Chat, other
edgy.
than her locking in, you can
Yeah.
see a professional game tester at work.
He's more like
Take
very
notes.
calm
The test is next.
in his
Yes.
death, I feel.
I am a professional game tester. I am. I don't even need to take notes. I just have to play the game and I lock in. Everything is bam bam. I be knowing. And I can also kind of glitch your game every now and then, which is another secret third other hidden ability. Yeah, I like how they portrayed him as someone that's like caring and gentle. Where it's like, yeah, like I like depictions of death that isn't like edgy and like cold and detached, you know, like I think one of my
it's
favorite
like a warmth and a like gentle side to him.
Yes, one of my favorite depictions of death was from a storybook. I forgot what it was, but it was they basically portrayed death as like a character, because death in that storybook wasn't a character, but it's always spoken as if they were human, right? Which is really cool.
Yeah.
But the way they speak about death is very like a relief, if anything. Like something like a you know, after a hard day's work, you get like embraced by like something like a you did it kind of embrace. That's how they depict it, and I really like that kind of depiction of death more than like death is really scary or something that, yeah, like a weight off your shoulders kind
It's
of.
inviting and welcoming to a degree.
Yeah, or like no matter what no matter what you do, right? Death will always kind of embrace you the same way they embrace everyone, which is really it's a really nice take. Like, I don't like it when people depict death as something to fear or something to be attracted to. Those are like two extremes that I'm not the best, like, because it's very generic, you know what I mean? Like, it's very like, oh, death is like super scary, or like, oh, death is like so attractive, and like so it's just too like, it happens a lot. But I like how this game depicts death the way they do, where it's like they're gentle, but they're very like strict to like they follow procedures to a T. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very like death is fair. Like, it's fair, and no matter who you are, they will still embrace you nevertheless. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that depiction of it. And I also like how they depict him very like following rules and to a T, and not really like they're still gentle, but they're not like super playful or like super over the top, or like there's a gap away early in the game, because I like it. And I like how they designed him too. Like the teardrops under the second pair of eyes, the slight green to it. Oh, I do like green on death. I feel like red on death or blue on death is very overused.
It's like very cliche.
Yeah. I've always considered like a muted green as like similar colors as death, kind of like pale greens, pale blues, and pale purples as a very death color. More than black,
Yeah, like-
if anything.
When you take out the vibrancy.
Yup. Like, once life is taken out of a color, it becomes so muted. Like, it's almost grayish, but it's not gray. It's a hued gray. I've always seen that as more of a death color than than black, but I do see why black is always associated with death. You know, a really cool interpretation of like death as character design that I've seen? I don't know who the artist was, but I saw this online one time and I was like, damn, that's really cool. They actually portrayed death in yellows and white. Because in our culture, if you don't know this, fun fact, in my culture, if someone passes away, it is actually tradition for you to hang yellow flags in front of their house. And then the cars that are taking away the bodies, or the cars of the families affected, will have a yellow flag. So it is also very disrespectful to wear yellow to like specific like celebration parties, because it's a color of, it's a very specific color. And then the fabric of muslin is also associated with death in our culture, because we wrap the dead with muslin, right? And then we adorn it in yellow. So death was actually portrayed as so lavishing. It was like yellows and whites, and that actually became a an inspiration for one of a collection I did. I still remember that because I was like doing so much research on it, and it was really, really interesting because they have a lot of elements on it. A lot of our, because we believe in the, when you're dead, right? We believe that like we need to give you things to bring to the afterlife, to like not bribe, but like pay the toll. You know what I mean? Like, you know the culture of like the coin man, like you put coins on their eyes and stuff. We have that, but instead of coins, it's literally anything else, right? We would put money, that's normal, money, food, fruits, beautiful lavish fabrics, because the idea is when you're dead, you bring these things with you and then you give them to the people up there to kind of like buy yourself a good place in heaven. Is the funny idea, which then that's also why a lot of our ghosts and spirits come from the belief of disturbed dead. Like a lot of our spirits come from the lore of either someone dug up their grave, someone stole something, because yes, with that tradition, we do have a lot of grave diggers, so we had to have a lot of horror stories to kind of tell people like, hey, don't do that, or not, you're going to be haunted for the rest of your life by A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know? So that's also another fun fact about it. But yeah, we do bury our dead with a lot of stuff.
Parallels to the Egyptian, like ancient Egyptian burial practices.
Yes. So if you don't, yeah, I'm Indonesian. We have another culture, and this one might be a little weirder for some people, but in our belief, when someone passes away, we would wrap them in muslin, and then after a set amount of time, we would like, you know, come together as like a big family, and then we celebrate it. Like we grieve, we celebrate it, and then we open their tomb, we unwrap their bodies, right? And then that's the final burial. Which also is why we have a lot of ghosts. We have a ghost named the Pocong, which is a ghost that looks like a mummy, because the idea is they were buried, right, by their loved ones, but either they were forgotten or their loved one passed away before they could unwrap them. So they're like constantly trying to look for someone. Yeah, the lore is actually really sad, because I'm pretty sure the ghost story of this was during the early, like back then during the war, where a lot of people were buried, right? But because it's obviously it's war, a lot of families either die first or are too preoccupied or are sent away, so they can't unwrap them.
Moss, mushrooms, decomposers. I like it.
Yes.
Life is never truly ends. It persists in myriad extents.
Are there any
Exactly.
like that are specifically to Jawa?
Yes. Actually, yes. The most common one, there are 3. The Pocong is very common. We also have the Kuntilanak, which is another very common thing. And then there's a third one, the Gunduro. It is a big, huge, I'm talking like fucking 8 meters tall. It's a titan. We have like a spirit called the Gunduro. It's a big, they depict them as like buff, like big buff titan man that haunts over buildings and over areas, right? So I actually am not the most literate when it comes to where that belief came from. We do have a lot of ghosts. We have a shit ton. Yeah, it's like a big, huge titan man. We have those. It's really cool. So in our culture, like death has never been portrayed as like black or red or muted colors. we've always portrayed death as pale colors, pale yellows, white. There are some pale blues. The people that runs the ceremony for the dead are usually dressed up head to toe in white. The people that are like assisting are head to toe in yellow. Different from gold. Gold is okay because like gold is seen as celebration. Pale yellows are seen as mourning. It's a very specific shade of yellow, weirdly enough. So death has never been portrayed as something like creepy or sad or looming. It's always been something like we grieve and then we celebrate. And then once every year or every couple of months, depending on which part of Indonesia you come from, a lot of the families would come together and then we visit our dead. And then we also give them like sacrifices or like we give them food. It's also very normal
like
to find food in the
Los
graveyards.
Muertos.
Yes, but it's not the same day. It's always during the anniversary of their death.
Okay.
So every day, like there are graveyards that are full, but every day you'll always find like not bouquets, but baskets and baskets of food. And it's customary to just let it rot. Or, and here's another thing, right? It's either you let it rot, but in my culture specifically, where I come from, what we do is when we sacrifice food to the dead, after a couple of hours, like after the whole like ceremony is done, they would actually take the food, they would clean it, pray it, and then bless it, and then we get to eat it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's customary for the family to eat it because it's supposed to be a sign of like from us to you and from you to us, to kind of remind us that like they're always there for us, something like that. So it's a very like us to you, to remember you, and then this is something that you have given us back, and then we will always kind of have this memory consistently. So yeah, every once a year I would always like visit my families in like we do. Well, we don't worship. It's more like pray. We do pray for them. So I do visit like my loved ones that has passed away. And it's always very, very interesting because like it does help you grieve. I will say that. It really does help you grieve. Because at first you don't feel alone, right? Because the grieving process is a week. It's a week and then a month and then the next 6 months and then a year. So you're always like getting used to it. You know, at first when you do it, it feels really odd. Because you're like, I used to be able to talk to you and then I can't talk to you again. And then over time, you're kind of like getting used to it. And then there's this weird peace that comes to knowing that like, you know what? You're there. You know?
Yeah.
It's really
It
cool.
almost becomes a comforting time at that point.
Yeah. So...
It's like you can go and share like any stories, anything that's happened over the year and just listen to them and keep them updated.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It is always really sweet. So... I saw someone ask what culture is that. I am Indonesian, so I will say this. Indonesia is such a big place. Every area of Indonesia has their own way of celebrating or honoring the dead. I am Javanese, so this is a more common practice in a very specific part of Jawa. It's like different parts of Jawa has their own practice, but I'm Javanese. It's very not hyper specific. It's so big, but yeah, that's how we would do it for the dead. But I know I have a friend that isn't Javanese and they also celebrate it completely differently. Like they have like their own thing. They would dress the dead up and then every now and then they would like come visit and then they would like, there's a lot. There's like candles and shit. We don't really have the candles part. We do have incense. That is a thing.
Oh.
Yeah. No
I've
dogs.
seen over here with a lot of Caribbean cultures that are over in the city. Like you'll walk by and you'll see some money and like plates of food and maybe some candles lit like on the side of the street somewhere.
Yeah.
And those are always like offerings up to someone that may have passed away there on that corner. That's where they like stayed a lot of the time.
That's so cool. Oh, welcome in raiders from Hesty Ray's channel. I had a fun time on stream. Thank you for the raid.
Oh,
Chat, if you haven't
welcome.
yet, go check them out and give the raiders the warmest of chat welcomes. Chat, I know you're like, don't dox. I want you to know, by the way, the culture of a specific culture of Jawa, okay, is so fucking massive. You have to take a plane to get from one end to the other. Like, I don't think you know how big Jawa actually is. I don't think I'm
In
doxing
Western
myself. It's
cultures,
huge.
Birthdays celebrate the day of birth.
It's an island, but it's a
In
big
Eastern
island.
cultures,
Oh,
we
someone's
celebrate
telling
the
me
day
this.
of death, the day of your passing.
Oh.
Michi, do you parents celebrate your forefathers' passings? like your great-great-grandma and grandpa.
Oh.
Calls in Mandarin, and we do that as well, when someone's death day approaches.
In Western cultures, birthdays celebrate the day of birth. In Eastern cultures, we celebrate the day of death, the day of your passing. We don't celebrate the great-great-grandpa's part. Like, we only celebrate the ones we've actually met. So, like, for me, I would celebrate, like, my aunts and uncles that has passed. But for my mom, she would celebrate her grandparents, you know, like for me, because with a lot, like, because our family's huge, Chad. If we did that, right, we're always gonna be stuck there. So like, I only celebrate the ones I've actually met and spoken to. So it's one of those things, but we do have pictures of our great ancestors that are very specifically hung in the creepiest way. I love them. I do. But it's one of the creepiest things, all right? Like, I'll just say it. It's that ass creepy as shit, because back then, photography is ass. So I have a picture of my grandma and my great-great-great-grandparents, right? And it's a portrait picture. And their eyes are black. Their eyes are black because, like, photography is shit. So everything is, like, sepia colored slightly, and it's, like, worn off. So there's, like, tears and shit. The eyes are fully black, you know, like it's slightly blurry. It is the creepiest shit ever. And then, like, because these pictures, like photography, happen when they're older. So I'm talking like you get the oldest person that you can think of, right? Double that age as a portrait. And then they hang it. The moment you open the door, like they hung it in front of my bedroom door. So the moment I leave my room, that's the first thing I see.
They're just staring at you.
Yeah. Like, that's two big-ass pictures, right? And then we have more because of great-great-grandparents and great-grandparents. And they're all hung there. So it's like from the top to the bottom, you just see, like people that passed away. I would say my great-grandparents' pictures were slightly better because it was them when they were, like, adults. Not, like, elderly. But so fucking creepy, y'all. And I remember I woke up one day and I was like, I don't know whether I was still sleeping or not. I woke up. That picture was, like it fell, so it was on like, because we have a desk, right? And then there's like pictures. It was on that desk, and I literally almost shat myself. I was like, no, granddad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, great-great-great-great-grandfather. That shit scared the living hell out of me.
With whatever was happening.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, that if you ever want to like ward off bad behavior from your kids, put that shit in front of their room, okay? Like, my mom always told me, it's like, remember, Michi, your ancestors are watching over you. How the fuck am I gonna do anything? Like, damn, bitch, I'm not gonna do nothing. There's no privacy, okay? Like, my grandparents ain't gonna be... Imagine your great ancestors are like, oh, my great granddaughters and sons are gonna be successful people and they're gonna live a great life, and I'm over here beating my meat. Like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely
you
not.
open up Twitter, you're like, hold on, I gotta go close the door first.
No, you know what I do? Actually, when I see that, I still have the habit of like tilting my phone down because in my head I'm like, you can't go that far. You can't go. I'm like hiding from this, but I'm like, no, you can't see that.
Oh,
but
can't see from up there now, can you?
It's dishonor on you.
Dishonor on your family. Dishonor your cow.
It's over. So that shit really deterred me from being like a super rebellious kid. I'm not gonna lie. The idea scared the living shit out of me. And I told chat, this happened last year. I visited my granddad, right? And then I saw a book of like all our family. And I'm not talking just granddads and I'm talking like great aunts, great uncles. There's a lot. There's like, that shit is a whole fucking nation, okay? That's like a thick ass book. And then I'm like, wow, are these like pictures of our family? He's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, these are wonderful. And I'm scrolling through and I don't know who any of these people
shit. I just googled how big Java is.
Oh, it's huge.
It's roughly the size of California, but has 4 times the population.
Java is huge and has so many people. That's why it's like, I can't dox myself if I say I'm from Java, chat. Like, you literally cannot find me. It's big and it's so fucking crowded. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
In Mexican culture, the movie Coco did get it pretty accurate, where we put up pictures of relatives to remember them. But always the same day every year, because we Mexicans also have huge families, so we celebrate them on one day. I'm sadly the only person in my family that celebrates Dia de los Muertos.
I've seen Coco and I always think it's so beautiful too. That like they celebrate the Day of the Dead. That is really cool. I learned about, there's a relation between the Day of the Dead and our culture. I learned that when I was younger, but I completely forgot. Yeah, because like some of our traditions are super similar, like super similar to a T. So I'm like, damn, that's kind of cool. But imagine, right? You get a fucking thick ass book and you're scrolling through and you don't know any of these people, and your granddad's like, this is your family. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of people, granddad. He's like, yep. And now I pass them on to you. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like the book? And he's like, no, the spirits, motherfucker. Oh,
okay.
I thought my great grandparents were watching over me when I beat my meat, but now I have like around 100 people, right,
You got
watching
17
me.
generations.
Yeah, I got fucking generations worth of so many people watching me play games all day, and I feel like they're hoping they're like, please just beat your meat, please. And I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go on stream and I'm gonna play Rust for 18 hours, and they're like, again. So yeah, I feel like they kind of hate me a little bit sometimes. I feel like they're like, damn, this bitch boring as fuck. Like, my family has been through so many cool stories. Like, I have families that have done so many things, and I'm just a streamer, you see? Do you see this? Hold on, let me make you guys bigger in my screen. Hold on, chat. I got you. I got you, ancestors. Sorry, I don't know if they can read you very well. There
Don't
you
worry,
go.
they probably beat their meat
Yeah,
too.
everybody say hi to the ancestors.
That's his matter. We going to visit our second home, called Indo. Get your shit ready.
The ghost, not again. She's just playing games and she's not good at it. I am good at them. I am. But yeah, I've always liked depictions of death as something more gentle. So this guy kind of got to me.
Don't
This
make
guy
the
got me.
ancestors shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Oh, I love that.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. Here, let me open this once more. Well, chat, this has been the demo of a really, really sick as hell game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but were the devs in chat too? I'm pretty sure I saved it, right? Okay, let me...
Yes, I believe at least one dev was in chat.
You did an awesome job. Wait, really? Yes? Oh my, sorry, we went on a mini tangent talking about like cultures of the dead. Bro, your game is so well written, it got me thinking, man. Damn, got me thinking all that. My goodness. Oh my god, chat, during the time we were playing, we actually got, they actually got more people, like, help fund in Kickstarter. Let me open the Kickstarter page. If you don't know, by the way, this game is not fully done. What I was playing is a demo. I've said that over and over again, but I'm currently playing version 1.0. So this is not what the final product is going to be usually, right? So they do have a Kickstarter open for Spell Candle. The game is titled Spell Candle. It's run by really awesome people. The game is really fucking cool too. Actually, let me show Rin too. So Rin can see. Ugh.
Oh,
And then let me
thank you.
show chat too, so chat can see. Ta-da! This is their Kickstarter page. If you don't know, you can type !Kickstarter. Click that link. You don't have to like if you
All I can
can't.
see is your face right now. But
Really?
Oh, wait, there it goes.
Oh,
okay.
sick,
Technology.
sick technology. Okay, I'm like sharing my screen, so yeah. So if you don't know, again, I'm not gonna pressure you guys to like do anything you don't want to do, of course. But the game is really, really good. You've seen how it is, and this as like a demo is already really nice. So if you ever want to support a game and see it come to fruition, there is a Kickstarter page at !Kickstarter. You can click the link, check it out. You know, if you are brought to do so, do donate and support Spell Candle because they've been absolutely amazing. And I will be very transparent, chat. With this game, yes, it is a sponsor. However, they only asked me to do an hour. And it's been 2.5 hours. Because it's really good. I actually got really invested into the game.
We were in there for that long.
Yeah, we've been in there for 2.5
Oh, man.
hours. It was real. I don't even feel the time
That
go
just
by.
flew by.
I know. So I was like, shit, it's really damn good, actually. I kind of low-key forgot for a moment there. Like, I literally... So this part, what I'm about to say is not sponsored, right? I do think the game is really... Thank you for helping the Kickstarter, chat. You guys are awesome. Partial VA. I mean, devs, if you ever need a deep, raspy voice person, I got my mod over here, and I can vouch for him. He's a very cool voiced guy. Smiles? And Michi!
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like the agent to your
Yeah,
Ada
just let me
Wong,
know.
bro. Fuck. This is how Mono felt when he played as agent. Whoa. Don't worry about me, y'all. You know, let me just make Rin bigger, why don't I? Fuck that. Yeah. God damn, no longer is this a Michi Mochievee channel anymore. Oh. Yeah, you can also get a
Nope,
wallpaper
I'm
by
taking over
supporting.
now.
Woo! But thank you for those that have supported Spell Candle. Obviously, again, if you are inclined, this is one of those games that are like, I feel like the devs made this game. I know that it is like a romance game, but I do feel like the passion they put behind it, because, for example, like you start thinking about like a dark moment in your life, right? And then there's like a lot of choices. And I picked the choice that like, obviously I knew the most. So I picked that, but they wrote it well. Usually people would write like, oh, the more bare bone response. But I felt like there was, like, they really put thought behind it. You know, it's not just like, oh, let's just insert things here. And that's really nice. So it really does show how much effort they've put into it. Thank you, by the way, Spell Candle and the people behind Spell Candle for sponsoring us today and for introducing us to this game, actually. If anything...
Yeah, excellent game, by the way. You guys are doing great.
Clappy! Thank you for introducing this to us and our community. We really appreciate it. So if you do want to support a chat, Kickstarter link, ! Kickstarter. Really, really good. Oh, we have 29 days to go. Actually, let me read this.
Oh, yeah. So just under a month.
Which one of them
So
is...
chat, go share the link. Go tell your friends.
Yay! Steam page holds a Spell Candle demo. It's roughly an hour and a half long. If you're not a streamer reading...
Oops.
You know what? I feel like this game is trying to clock me every now and then, and I do not feel about this, y'all. I don't know anymore. And then I say
it just
something.
keeps swinging.
Yeah, I'm like, thank you. And it's like, she says desperately. And I'm like, I did say it desperately. I was like, oh, thank you. What the? Hi, Joel. Joel, you missed it. Oh my
Hey,
God,
Joel.
Joel, you'd love this game. Look at this art. This is a very Joel game, bro. Joel, I feel like it's sadly still in demo. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see everything y'all have cooked up. But title of the game is Spell Candle. Fuck. Let me read this. And we hope it demonstrates the intention of our team to tell a good story and build a fun, interactive world with messy politics and an understanding of every aspect of life. Minor imperfections here and there within the demo itself. With that in mind, we welcome honest feedback. Over the last few devs, can I have one honest feedback, or am I gonna like get beaten up? Am I gonna beaten up? Can we have a mode in the final game? Yes, all of the, okay. My honest feedback is, can we potentially have a mode where we would like have a choice to hide the text so we can enjoy the beautiful art without the text, so I can screenshot, so I can have it as a token of my memory and love. Just as a token, a simple token, you know?
She doesn't want to hide all the effort that the artist put in, you know?
Yes, the art is so good. Oh, you can if you just hold down space. I could. Okay, chat. Don't. Oh goodness! Oh my God, devs, that I have no feedback. I fear
Opening
you
up the
could
game
with
now.
this one. Opening the game again. Sorry, y'all. One moment. Go 1 minute. Oh. Okay, well, there you go, chat. If you're gonna play the game, you can hold down space button, right? And then you're gonna have an option where the text button, the text bar is gone, and you can fully appreciate the whole art in all its glory. Well, goddamn, you got me there. I got nothing. You cooked, I fear. You cooked. Oh. Last few months, we've worked with our Discord and TikTok communities to improve upon bugs and make the demo run smoothly. It's our first baby, so we will work hard to make it an experience you will enjoy and we can be proud of. Look at that art. Ooh. Ooh. The elves mourn for a week straight, 7 days to go through 7 rituals targeting the loss of a closed one. Yeah, oh my God. Did you know this game? Not only is it romantic, it does talk about... It is about the process of grief, which makes it really interesting. I feel like from the demo itself, we didn't get to fully experience it. Like, we didn't, like, from our gameplay, obviously, we didn't get to fully experience the whole grieving part. But from that small dialogue, that shit stuck to me, bro. They're like, traumatic past shit, like a dark time in your life, and it's like near-death experience. I clicked that and it clocked me so hard. I was like, oh, you got me reading through my note app and shit. I was like, wait a minute. Is this one of those games that like browses through your files and then like puts it into the game? I was like, am I getting ducked right now? So the fact that they put that much thought into that one dialogue, I feel like the grieving process is gonna be really damn good.
Yeah. And it's cool because that's not a concept that a lot of people really like to touch on because it's very sensitive.
Yes,
so
it is very
like
sensitive.
bringing that out to more light and opening up a discussion for that is really nice.
Exactly. Because like the topic of not death but grief, right, is always a little bit hard for everyone to talk about. There's always that like looming sense of like awkward sadness. I don't know how to explain it, but it's always, you have to be gentle but not pitiful, you know? Like it's weird because grief is never the same for everybody. So the fact that this game wants to touch on it is really interesting. It's really, really interesting. And then challenges we face after losing a loved one. Dude, the fact that like this is your spell canvas aims to raise awareness about mental health and the challenges we face after losing a loved one. That is a crazily cool topic that you do. And like the fact that you do open the conversation for it is already really impressive in my opinion. I do feel like a lot of people do shy away from it, right? They don't want to show it fully. I'm very excited to see everything. Oh, City of Candle Wax. I'm scared that I'm gonna get doxxed. I mean, not doxxed, sorry. Spoiler.
You're gonna spoil yourself.
Yeah. To further add emotion to the music, we're proud to announce that we have Baldur Gates 3, esteemed songstress Maria and Evila, known as the Varia Duet, join us to add their voice and harp to the soundtrack after the demo!
Ooh.
What?
After the
Yes!
demo, though. Now I'm sad we didn't get it.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
chat, you're just gonna have to get the game.
There we go, reward chat. What do you get if you support this game, aside from the cool fact that you're supporting a cool game with cool people? Includes many rewards, digital and physical. While quite a few of them are self-explanatory, stickers, sheets, aprons, t-shirts, etc., we'd like to provide you with additional information on a few rewards for some of the higher tier bundles. Your name included in the game. Mayhaps you want to canonize that an OC of yours is part of Aqua's long list of lovers, or Terra's army, or Mors Mortis death speakers. Congratulations, you will for sure be mentioned somewhere in the game. Hey Rin, how would you feel if you... Hold on, wait. Chat, wait. Can I be mentioned? You know what? I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, wait! Me doing it, and then my request is, can I please be the beggar on the side of the road that goes, spare change? Spare change? And then it leads...
Spare some coin, my lord.
Spare some coin, my lord. And then people are gonna think it will lead to something, but it never does. It's just that one guy that appears, spare change?
Jingle, jingle.
Jingle. Spare change. It's so cool. Well, chat, you could have your name dropped. Ooh. Hey, Rin, you could have your name dropped as a list of Terra's army or Aqua's long list of lovers. I'll be like, I remember that one guy I was with. Rin, was it? Ugh. Damn!
How dare you?
I'll be like, can you please... oh my god, watch me support this, and I'll be like, can you please include the name Rin, but then disgustingly and upsetly, really
And then let
badly.
him get murdered.
Yes! A beggar who scams you. POV, you take the option to give the beggar money, and then they go, oh, thank you. And it does nothing. You just lose. That's it. That's cool. All the characters dislike that. It's like, would you give a beggar some money? And then you give it, and then like every character did not like that action. It's over. Simple character sketch. Spend a quick Discord chat with Spell Candle's narrative designer as they help guide you through creating a game lore accurate OC that will afterward be quickly sketched by the art team.
Ooh.
What?
OC art?
Oh my god, that's awesome! Wait, that got me thinking. Hey Rin, if you were part of the universe, what character would you be? What kind of character would you be, you think?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. What would you put me as? Like, what do you picture me?
Poop on the
How do you
side.
picture me?
Poop on the side of the road.
The most beautiful poop you've ever seen. A
It
perfect
glimmers
spiral.
in the sun. I paid money for this.
Secretly, if you go to pick it up and be a good citizen, there's a diamond hidden inside.
Ah, that is true. That is true. Glamorous. I like to always think, oh my god. I never think that I'm like worthy of an elf, because elves are always so beautiful. And then they're like majestic, you know? I would think Rin would be like a half animal or something. Or okay, if this is not in the game, I guess like in this kind of universe, if elves exist, right? I'm assuming every breed exists, you know what I mean? If you were a breed, you know what you kind of remind me of?
Yeah, what would that be?
Mousy? Hi,
Oh.
oh my god!
Hey,
Wait.
Mouse.
Holy shit, Mouse just ended? What
She got
the
locked into
fuck
Plants vs.
is
Zombies, huh?
wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Go the fuck to bed! Welcome in, Raiders, up to Fun Time on stream. Chat, obviously. I'm pretty sure you have, but if you haven't yet, go check out Iron Mouse and give the Raiders the warmest of chat welcomes. You miss it. We basically are checking out this new game. Let me scroll up so you can see the beautiful artwork. Blah, 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 blah. I will admit, I was sponsored. Right now, I'm not sponsored. I'm literally just shilling this because I think it's really good. The game's name is Spell Candle. It's
Rin would be a mixed character. Half e-boy and the other half another e-boy.
Rin would be a mixed character, half e-boy, and the other half another e-boy. So it is a romance game, but it does follow a story of loss and grief, which is really interesting. Welcome. Oh my god, got double rated. Thank you, Momoka Tenshi, for the raid. I put a Fun Time on stream. Chat, if you haven't yet, go check them out and give the raiders the warmest of chat welcomes. Thank you so much. So as it's written here, hold on. Where was it? It was written so well. There. Spell Candle is a romance mystery visual novel and Bottled Monster Inc.'s first labor of love. Constant studies of grief, the storytelling that will make you blow. So it does depict like adopt the concept of grief, like the seven stages of grief depicted in 7 days of celebration, but it is a romance. So it's really interesting. We did play the demo. Rin voiced as the characters. It was really cool, really immersive. And I'm scrolling through to see what you can get. If you don't know, Kickstarter, right? You can click that link. Check the Kickstarter page out. If you are participating as a supporter, an initial supporter on Kickstarter, the rewards you can get your name included in the game. You can get a simple character sketch. And you can get your OC in the game. Hold on, I didn't read that part. Spend a quick chat with Spell Candle's narrative designer and character artist, making an OC of yours come to life within Spell Candle's universe. You can't make a half-fox transformer with Vecna's arm from another dimension, but we'll try to get you to the closest equivalent that makes sense within the universe. That will make you happy. Your OC will briefly appear in the game to give the MC a clue that is related to the story.
Oh. That'd be cool. You
Jared!
could see yourself in the game, chat.
Oh my god, Jared. Chat, Jared could be an elf. You can be the beautiful elf you've always wanted to be. Gosh, guys, have you thought about that? I always think, like, if you were to be in, like, this, like, fantasy universe, if elves exist, I'm assuming every other race would exist. But not in this universe, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would be either a mage or a warlock. Oh, actually, no, that's a class, not a race. A race would be... Shit, what is a good race for Rin, actually?
Dev asked who is Jared, make us scene.
Jared is our
having to think about it
mascot.
now.
I apologize, but we do have a mascot here, and this is what he looks like. He's a little guy that I made myself one night because I was really, really creative. So I was really, really on those creative juices, am I right? So I got really bored. So I sketched this out, and then I sent it to my artist to draw my character. And then my artist was like, you know what? If you made it, I'm gonna make it. So then now it's a canon thing in our lore. And I've been spending my whole entire career convincing everyone that this is one of the cutest thing you'll ever see in your life. Trust me. At first, when you see it, you're like, what the hell is that, right? But if you just take time to get to know him, you know, and really listen to what he has to say, which is most of the time what chat has to say, there's charm behind this. I swear. We have a Jared plus, chat. Did you know that? We have a plushie. And a lot of people got that plushie. So I think it grows on you. I've been trying to convince everybody on this green great earth that this is one of the cutest things you'll ever see in your life. It's working. I swear it's working. I'm coping.
Where's the lie? I haven't heard it yet.
Exactly. I'm
Look at that face.
My chat's a little bit obsessed with Jared now. It went from me being obsessed to chat being really obsessed. So I apologize.
And now there's an army 1,000 strong.
True. Actually, you know what, Ren? You would be an elf. You would be an elf. Yeah, because
Okay,
like
chat.
they're
Who is
charming.
volunteering to get us Jared and Donkey Michi in the game?
Oh, she thinks I'm charming, chat.
You have a charm. You have like a charming voice. I feel like I would be ridiculous if I don't point that out. That is like a very clear thing. So I feel like you would constitute as an elf, but I feel like there's a better class. Like something more like, I don't know, like stronger. You know what I mean? Like more warrior, but not an orc. You know? But like a
Half orc, half elf.
half old orc, half elf. Elf.
I have no clue what that would even look like.
A minotaur, a drow. Wait, no. Because in the drow culture, did you know that in drow culture in Baldur's Gate, the males are actually subservient to the females? And I don't think that's true. I feel like Ren would be somewhere more like not a dark elf, probably, maybe dark elf. There's a charm about you. A tabaxi, no. A tabaxi is more cunning. Like I feel like Rin is more honest and cunning.
And ever since then,
I fear.
people have been asking who Jared was on Discord, and I keep linking them to your channel, okay?
We're really breaking down my character now.
Oh my god. Thank you, Sony Shards. Why would you ever make people sit here and watch me so dwarf? Okay. I don't know. Something about it. Like a Goliath. I don't know. One of those. Like more on the good side. Like honest side and not cunning side. Because I thought about it.
Your angle or your devil.
I could be your angle or your devil. Because I had this talk back then when I was like making a character for my first ever campaign on D&D. I didn't know anything about D&D, right? And I was trying not to be like... Because I used to be a normie. Not really. I used to pretend to be a normie. Because back in my days, y'all, you get bullied, right, for liking anime or liking role-playing. Like, you get bullied for shit like this. Nowadays, people think it's cool. But back in my day, bro, if you like that, you shut your mouth. So I've always been used to, like, acting like a normie. But over time, I start, like, embracing a different side of me more. And I remember the first time I had D&D, I was so nervous. Because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know like what phase were. I didn't know what elves were. I didn't know nothing, right? Because I've never learned about it, but I've always been interested. So to be cool and collected like that, I decided to read, I'm not even kidding, 3 whole ebooks, like thick fucking books on D&D guide, D&D world building, and D&D character building. I actually have a book right now, a physical book about character building. Because I was really nervous. Like, I was really nervous on, like, what can I do? What do people expect of me? Like I was really scared and I didn't want to fuck it up.
You talk like most of us don't remember those times.
I know, right? I was, like, so nervous and everything. So, during that research, I also found a lot of, like, classes and races and stuff like that. And there is a race that I've always wanted to play, but I never got to. But maybe if I ever do a long campaign, I would play that that race instead. It's fuck. What is it called? Like the mirror one, the one that changes shape. You know,
like a mimic or
not a mimic. They're changeling. A changeling is the name. So a changeling is a character. Like their true form is they're like silver. They're pale silver because they're a mirror. They're made of glass and mirrors to like reflect other people, and then they take their looks and copy it. Something about that character idea was so cool to me. It's so cool. So, damn, I feel like I would be more changeling just because there's something behind the idea, like a character written purely to depict other characters with like a lack of individualism is great, in my opinion. Damn. So, yeah, these are the things you can get. Name, simple character, sketch, or OC in the game. A diva bundle. Wait, what is the game? Simple sketch. Digital wallpaper, exclusive updates, early access digital
Chat.
key. Digital
I
copy.
just scrolled down, look at them, stretch goals. Possible muscle mommy tilde.
Possible. Honestly, you could do that. You can get original gods bundle right now. But obviously, chat, only do it if you'd like to support the game. But if you would, actually, let me just scroll. Hold on, I'm scrolling. For $1,000. For $1,000, I could be like, I want my OC to be a very buff, hot mummy. Please.
Is she the muscle mommy?
Wait, I could. We could make this chat. Oh, I stop at 1. Get 5. Yes. I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy. Partial voice acting. Wait, chat. We have stretch goals at 45k. There's partial voice acting. Let me scroll. Wait, that's not the scroll. Wrong scroll.
No, that's the right scroll.
That was the right scroll. I'm stupid.
You're just way far down.
7k. We're at 7k. Okay. In order to complete the goal of the game, it's 25k. To get partial voice at 45k. Animated intro cinematic. DLC female Spicy art. Okay.
I was waiting for you to see that one.
Oh my god, it's spicy art. Jesus Christ. Oh, I would like a female romanceable character. I ain't gonna lie. Full-time game development. Bonus stretch goals. 25k. Spellcan is fully funded. We are so grateful. The game will be developed fully as a passion project with a lot of love and affection from our small team. Our free time will go into it to produce the best possible work.
Oh no, it looks like it's
45K
only
for
Aqua
Rin?
and Lattimore. No Terra, sorry chat.
Because they have their eyes on you already. 45k for NBA. Bro, we're joking, devs. You can obviously, if you do reach the 45k goal, we are going to be waiting excitedly for whoever you choose for your own vision. Because your vision will be great, nevertheless. This is a really... Right. That's... Ooh. Devs, please. Please wait. Listen, okay, you know what? I'm torn because, you know what? I love Sayu. I think he's great at his work and he deserves all the jobs he can get. He deserves all the roles he gets because he's talented and he's amazing and he's great. Please. Just not Mortis. Just please not Mortis. Please. Anybody else. He's so talented. If you're actually like, you know, considering Sayu, he's a really great, really talented, great to work with, a lot of fun, super good at what he does. A list of amazing things he's always voiced in. And because of that range and voice, please not Mortis. I'm begging you, please don't do this. Don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? I swear.
We'll have to find which ones you and Ari both like the most.
No, it's not even just me.
And just send it to Sayu.
For the devs that are like listening to this right now, I want you to know, Sayu, none of us. We're all his friends. So many of us are his friends, and he's so talented. He's amazing. But every time he voices a character we fall in love with, it hurts. But he is talented, though, dude. If you are ever looking for a male voice actor, I always do recommend everyone to look at Sayu's Way. He's super talented, super great. And if I say this right, and then he gets a role in a character that I love. Oh,
The Curse of Sayu.
this is what I get for being so whimsical.
The
Oh, the
part
one that
where
does- yes,
Sayu
that
voices
one!
all of the characters for the
Yes!
meme.
Oh my god, they know him. They know him. He's super talented.
Everyone
He's
knows
really
him.
Yeah, everyone knows him. He's really fucking talented. He's really cool. Please just don't wait. Hear my plea. Imagine I get like the what is it? I get the original Gods bundle, and my request like, please not Mortis. Please, if you're looking that way, please not Mortis. Anyway, oh, he's so hot. He's so hot. Ah, what a well-designed character. The shit a well-designed story, well-designed character does to a person. God damn. Hell yeah.
Ooh, no AI. Nice.
Nice.
Love
Of course
that.
we are. Design and gaming industry. Ooh. God damn. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, by the way, chat. If you are interested in any way whatsoever, whether you want to support them, whether you want to get your OC onto the game, whether you want your name to be mentioned in the game, or whatever, just for the sake of supporting someone, right? Go check out their Kickstarter website, exclamation mark Kickstarter. Click the link right now. And back this project up, because I think this project is great. And honestly, I know you guys support me a lot, and I think that's awesome. I really appreciate it. But there are so many cool things, so many talented people that are trying to portray their creativity, and they're trying to tell their stories in an honest but fun way. And I think that if you do want to support someone, I feel like supporting them would be one of the best ideas you could do. If we get to partial VA, we'd happily consider both Rin and Sayu. Wait, please. Wait. There's only 4 guys here. Wait.
Don't.
Wait. Just not Mortis. All right, that's all I'm asking. I'm a simple man. Just not the one I'm actually interested in. Really, please. Anybody else? I'm sure they'd love it. I'm sure everyone would love it. Please, they're my friends. How am I supposed to? I can't.
Devs, you could do something really funny.
Do it. Yeah, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. Chat, we can do it. Chat, you're not funny. You're dead. You're not that funny, dead ass. You ain't that guy. You ain't funny like that. Would you consider me? I can be a really hot guy. Wow, I feel like Ada Wong, an agent. An agent? That's me right now. I'm like staring at like my curse. Rin, Sayu, and me, agent. Thank you for playing. Thank you for having us. We had such a fun time.
Did you not
It's
hear what
so
we just
great.
did? We were hilarious.
Fuck you, Jack. Oh, but you... No, if the devs weren't here, I would beat you up. But the devs are here, and I'm trying to have a good impression, so I would never do such a thing. You're so funny. But hey, look! Thank you so much for supporting their Kickstarter. Again, we have 29 days, by the way. 29 days to go. 29 days to go for the game. So it's not something that I would recommend you do like soon. If you want to think about it, you got 29 days to think about it, right? Consider it. Play the game yourself. Why not? It's
So
really
there is
good.
a possible female romanceable character.
Yeah, is
Do we
that
know a female
demo
VA
something
to
playable
voice her?
that chat can go and access if they wanted to? Or...
I'm devs. I'm not 100% sure actually. Because to prepare for this, I had to set up in advance. Fuck. I'm surrounded by Judases in this community, brother. I'm surrounded by
The knives in the back.
Judases. Oh, I introduced to you guys cool things, all right? I'm like, chat, guess what I got? Guess what I got today? I'm so excited to show you blank, blank, blank. And all chat does is just beat me up. They punch me to the ground. They're like, we know. Bah, bah, bah. Every time I open my heart up to you and I tell you my vulnerability, this is how you treat me? All right. Damn. Let me actually double check. Let me check the Steam account. Blah, blah. Actually, is this a playable for everyone thing? You-san can mods. Rin, ban that guy! Oh, I said mods as if he's not here. Rin, ban that guy. I don't... You're so funny. You think you're hilarious, Chad.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck, the VIP command didn't work.
You're so funny. You're hilarious. Wah, 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 wah. Wah. We are.
It looks like the Spell Candle demo is on Steam.
Yes. Okay, so... Because when I first checked it, when I was setting up, it wasn't yet. But now it is. So, chat, if you want to check the game out before you check out the Kickstarter, you know, you want to support the game, but you kind of want to finish the demo first, and you're like, oh, I wonder what they would respond if I picked a different storyline, or if I want to see what the game's all about. You can check out Spell Candle. It's on Steam. The demo is free, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, demo is free.
There is a free downloadable demo on Steam. Again, Spell and Candle on Steam. Check it out, play through it. According to the website, it is an hour and a half long to play through the demo if you're not a streamer. So, I guess there's a fuck ton of content left. Because sadly, we are a streamer and we are voicing every single dialogue.
We got to the start of day one.
We got to the start of day one, yeah. I wonder until how long the demo's made till... Because... we were like voicing it, like Rin was putting his whole heart and soul into that. I was trying my best to lock the hell in. That shit got me flushed and blushing a little. God. Really good.
You were doing great.
You know, damn. Thank you, devs, for having us. We really appreciate it. I know that I keep saying that because we were sponsored, but even sponsored side, chat, it's a really cool time for you to check out cool games you can support. Because, you know, we always say, like, I want... more cool games. Now we get cool games. So if you're ever interested, check it out. I love how one guy in chat just went in. First time chatter said I farted. And then they clappied. It was... What is this?
We're proud of you, Teehee. Good job.
What is this? What the fuck kind of behavior is this? Stop farting! What kind of crazy behavior is this? But thank you, Rin, for accompanying us. I'm happy that you had a fun time. Yay!
Yeah, of course. Always
I'm
happy to come hang
glad.
out with you.
I'm glad you like it. And listen, Rin, okay, at one point if you become big and popular, please don't forget us. Don't forget us when you're big and popular and all that shit. I'm gonna cry. He's gonna act like...
I'll do my best.
Oh, it's over. He never said yeah. He's gonna blow
Should I go
up.
ahead and send you a signature now?
Oh,
that way you
yes,
have my
please.
autograph.
Yes, please. Actually, yeah. Send me like a selfie of you signed and everything, so I'll be like, bidding starts at $10,000. Boom. Oh, he's gonna blow up and act like he don't know nobody. It's over. 07 Rin gone forever. It's over. Anyways, Rin, thanks for hanging out. I'm probably gonna start wrapping up the stream now because it's 3 in the morning and I have to go to the hospital again in the morning tomorrow.
All right. Thanks for having me. Bye,
Disgusting.
chat.
Bye, Rin. Rin, chat is 07ing you. This will be the last
no,
time
I'm
he'll talk
dying.
to us.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Me.
No. And that was Rin. God damn. I'm a firm believer that there's so many talent in the world that sometimes people just don't get to see it, you know? Because, well, that, you know, diamond in the rust kind of thing. But I've always liked to showcase a lot of people. I like to showcase chat too. I think chat is really talented. There's so many cool people that I like to introduce to everybody. So I'm glad that you guys have been meeting more people recently, especially because of the subathon. And then, man, fuck that cat guy, am I right? Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, I'm glad you guys got to meet a lot of people. That's one thing that I'm really happy about when it comes to the subathon. even though I say, like, me personally, I have a lot of opinions when it comes to streaming or content creation, because yes, every job has its dangers, okay? It's not just streaming. Every job has its dangers. The only difference when it comes to streaming is that you have a very clear and solid digital footprint. The internet never forgets. So it's one of those things that you might have made a mistake. There will be people that will never forget that, you know? So there's that added pressure to it. But even though I like to warn about it, I am not the type of person that will gatekeep this shit. If you ever, and this applies to a lot of people, like if people ever are interested, you want to know more, I have gotten emails, like ever since I became indie and I got my own email, I got a lot of emails from people reaching out to ask for like advice or my opinion on stuff, which I am super honored that they think like, you know, my opinion is worthy to listen to. So I do respond. I do, not everything, because during that time I was at my subathon and I got a lot of stuff. So and they're long. Oh my God, Michael have seen them because Michael can also access my emails, right? I don't respond with like, oh, good luck. I would respond with like, with your question, thank you for reaching out to me. This is what I'd recommend. And then I would cite my sources. I would send them references. I would send them like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the example. If you're looking for this is where you can find it. If you're looking for copyright free this, bang, bang, bang. If you're looking for copyright free that, bang, bang, bang. If you're looking for people that you need help to do this, bang, bang, bang. If you need anything, like I would cite my sources. I would like give everything, bro. Like everything in like a long essay. The worst thing is we are using the Pepe icon and both of us are sending from the same email and type completely differently. That is true. That is also very I use the Pepe oof. Our legit business email. The picture is Pepe oof. I think that's the funniest thing ever, bro. God. It's good. It's good. So yeah, if anyone at all, you know, you ever want to know more about streaming or you ever want my advice on anything or you need help in any way, please feel free to ask. Like whether on stream, if you want more private, I have my email, but like also I will say probably not for the next 2 months though, because currently we're sorting a lot of merch shit on that email. But if you want to type it in chat, I'm always happy to answer, man. I'm never gonna be the type to like gatekeep this shit. And I always believe that there's always talent everywhere. Some people just need the platform to be boosted or like to kind of learn more, to experience more. And you know what? If I could help you, I'd be more than happy to help you. You know, I think it'll be great. Just watch yourself, chat, all right? Like I will always warn this, like every other job, streaming and content creating always comes with its minuses. There are a lot of people, the internet's the internet, you know? There are a lot of kind, amazing, talented people, but there are also the people that are not so good. So do remember that. And also remember that there will be people that might push you to do things you might not be comfortable with. So please know that it's okay to set your boundaries. It's okay to say no. If you just want to be loved, you will be loved for who you are. You don't have to do things you're not comfortable with in order to get loved or to get noticed or to be heard. That is ridiculous, okay? So please do not sacrifice yourself to get something by doing something you do not want to do. I will always, always warn this because I've seen this happen so often. Ugh, it does suck, but I've always seen it. Mom vibes. I'm sadly not mom vibes. This is a very hyper-specific things. I have seen, because I'm very grateful about myself where it's like I've never struggled when it comes to like how I perceive myself, because I see myself as just a guy, you know, like it's very simple. I see myself as just a guy, but I know my boundaries. I know that I'm not comfortable with like sexual, like very sexual, like banters between chat or like I'm talking sex, you know what I mean? Like romance is fine. Sex jokes are fine. But if it's like R18 stuff, I'm not very comfortable with that. And I do know this because I was talking about this with Numi the other day, where she was talking that like some people don't have the privilege to be comfortable in their sexuality right off the bat. Like some people need to like go through stuff, experience stuff, discover stuff. And that applies for everything, not just sexuality, you know, like self-identity or all that good stuff. People need to kind of figure that out and go through stuff to learn more about them. I am very, lucky to be able to be comfortable with my sexuality ever since I was young, because I'm not even kidding. My mom made an oopsie. It's one of the funniest stories. I tell this all the time. It's always my best favorite story ever. Because I want you to know, by the way, when I say that, right, like I've always known my sexuality since I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade, you know? And every time I say that, people are like, we're so happy. That means your parents are supportive of your sexuality. Wrong. I used to have, and I'm not kidding, one of the most homophobic parents you'll ever meet. Like, I'm talking traditional Asian. Traditional Asian. And I forgot the other word. Conservative. They were definitely homophobic. 100,000%. So what happened was at one point I was talking to my mom and I had a crush on one of my friends and she's a girl. And I told my mom and I was like, Mom, I have this... Is it normal for me to like a girl? And my mom said yes. She was like, yeah, of course. Women are beautiful. Women are hot. They bring themselves with dignity and they're very caring and kind. So of course it's normal to love women. And I'm like, okay. So then I never questioned it, right? I literally never questioned it, ever. Because my mom said it's normal and I don't care that everyone around me said it's not normal. I trust my mom and my mom said it's normal. So I've been fine with it. Until my mom found out that I've been flirting with my crush, that was also a girl, later on in life, around like late middle school, early high school. And my mom's like, why are you talking like this with a girl? And I'm like, oh, I have a crush on her. Hee hee. And mom's like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, well, I have a crush on her. She's like, you love her? And I'm like, yeah. You know, like, I guess so. Twiddles toes. And my mom's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, you told me it was normal, remember? I asked you years ago. And mom's like, oh, shit, I did, didn't I? All right, good luck. And then ever since then, I'm not kidding. I will say that I'm so proud of my parents. They have grown so much. They are the type that still hold on to like their more traditional beliefs, but they are not like judgmental or rude or unaccepting. They accept everyone. They're very kind now. So it started, I'm not kidding, my mom's arc of turning from homophobic to like kind and understanding and accepting was because I told my mom, like, bruh, you literally told me it was normal. And she's like, shit, bro, I take the L there. You know, you're right. I did say that, didn't I? Ooh, you know what? I said it. I'll deal with it. And then my mom has fully accepted me. No joke, took her like 2 days to fully accept me. At first, she was like, shit, I said it. She has never not accepted me, by the way. She's just like, shit, I really did say, wow. I meant like adore. Like, I adore women. You know, like, you see a woman and you're like, damn, I want to look as pretty as her. I didn't think like you want to marry her. I thought like adore. Damn, but I did say that. No, you're right. I did say that though. Word per word, I did. Oh, let me think about it. Has your mom told you to share? Oh, yeah, my mom, I tell the story every time. I tell this story so often, and my mom would sit there and she's like, well, yeah, she caught me blindside, didn't she? But hey, a win's a win. That's what she said. She's like, yeah, goddamn, at this point, you know what? If anyone wants her brother, like, she owns up to it. That's one thing. I have that from my parents. My parents they used to be close-minded, but they are very open-minded now. One thing that I learned from my parents is when you, like, sportsmanship, you know, like, if they are right, you don't be stubborn about it. If you're wrong, you go like, shit. Like, you back up, you acknowledge the situation, you're like, damn, you're kind of right, though, and I was wrong. And then you apologize, right? And then you go with it. Because sometimes, chat, in life, you gotta learn, you know? You learn very important things. The most important thing in life that I learned, wobbly. Sometimes, chat, if you try so hard to be right all the time in life, you will never really be happy. And I choose to be happy. Because if you try to be the right person, you try to fight for why you're right, and you close off the possibility of ever being incorrect, you will never be happy, bro. So I take the L. Like if I did something and I'm like, shit, I did do that, didn't I? Yikes, I apologize. That was on me. You own up to it, you know? You learn that life is easier that way. Most of the time, chat, when you're arguing with someone, right? If you focus on being correct, you will never really be with them. And that is an important lesson that you youngins, I hope, learn as you progress through life. Because by the end of the day, that's always my best advice for couples. If you argue with someone that you care about and you treat it as you versus them, someone will lose. And if you really love them, if they lose, you lose. If you lose, you lose. So the only way to win is if you treat it as you guys against the problem, right? You don't have to be correct. You don't have to be wrong. It's not about that. It's about let's address the problem. Let's fix it together. And then we grow together. And that's how you get really healthy relationships. So, yeah. Sometimes to win is to not participate. Or, even dare I say, to lose. I learned that through my long, long life here on this great earth. Yeah. It should always be everyone's own decision to be who they are and to do and love who they want to do who they want. I agree. I mean, no shit, I agree. I remember, oh my god, there was a time, by the way, in my country, I want to say this, full transparency, LGBTQ in my country is still not legal, right? So I grew up surrounded by a lot of intense homophobia. Very, very intense. The only reason I've never gone through that, like, oh my god, this is wrong. It's literally because of my mom. And I know it's like she oopsied, but that really helped me because I believe everything my mom says like it's Bible, chat. So when my mom told me it's normal, I believed her. Oh, sorry. Don't be sorry. It's normal. You know, I will say our country has become more open-minded recently. Is it open-minded? I would say not. But as it has grown, it's learning. I'm okay with that. By the end of the day, chat, when it comes to like love and stuff, it's really none of it and nobody's business. And I'm gonna make sure it's nobody's business. I'm not gonna act like it's a secret, you know? But I'm not gonna act like people need to know that I am so in love and I'm gonna just treat it like a normal person. You know, whatever kind of relationship it may be. So, I don't really be caring too much about it. But sadly, it is still very intense. So I grew up surrounded by a lot of homophobic remarks, mentalities, behaviors, conversations. And for the longest time, I never really admitted on stream my sexuality. Even though it's very painfully obvious, I feel. I never really said it myself. So I remember the first time I said it, I was like this last year. This was the first time I ever celebrated Pride Month, actually. And then I was like, yay, happy Pride Month. And then I did get like a lot of people being really mad. Like I got a lot of people being like, how dare you disgust me. And then like, the West has changed you. It was a lot of those remarks, right? And my favorite thing ever about that came out of it was at first I was a bit like, oh man, it's a sad reminder that there are always people like this, right? But over time, I remember I was streaming one time and someone in chat is like, I think, this whole LGBTQ thing is wrong. Am I right, Michi? And I'm sitting there. My eyes are on chat and I don't want to address it, right? Because it's going to be bad. And my mods bonked it instantly. They were basically being like, I mean, I agree with Michi. I think being like gay is wrong. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, what? I scratch my head as I fantasize about women. Bro really thinks I'm gonna say, yeah. What would ever make you think? What would ever? Sweats nervously. I feel like the Among Us. Like, I fear he missed context. God. But I did get some comments that are like, how dare you? There was one of my favorite ideas was people thought that I am, because I'm bisexual, but I prefer women. But people thought that I was bisexual because I started streaming on Twitch and then I have a more Western audience. And the Western audience turned me gay. The waters are turning the front. It was like that, right? And I sit there and I'm like, I don't know how to say this. There has never been once in my... I've never admitted it, no. But you know how many clips exist of me being like, God damn, woman, if you allow me to bury my face in between your beautiful breasts, I would take it in a heartbeat. And I feel like it's not a secret. I don't know. Like, I mean, once, maybe it's a joke. Twice, maybe it's a joke. I feel like I do it so consecutively. My bad, girl. What happened again? God damn. We made Michi gay. Yeah. Sadly, I hate to break it to you. I've been this way since I was like 5th grade. Sad to say,
she was gay
guys.
as hell coming in the door. Even the door was like, damn, bro. I get it.
Oh my god. I even showed Numi a picture of me when I was in college. And I still remember this. I showed Numi a picture of me in college. IRL picture, right? And Numi literally said, damn, girl, you gay as fuck. What does that mean? Now, what in the fuck is that supposed to mean, girl? Now, hold. I don't want to hear this from someone that has an edited picture of themselves with the text, love who you want to love. You are who you... I don't want to hear that from you. Deadass.
Damn, she's gay as hell. She's low-key gayer than me. Kumanimune 2025.
Yumi did say that. She was like, damn, you gayer than me. I don't even know what that means. Shit. So, now imagine being a gay male. It's your experience, but I feel like my experience with sexuality has been such a fucking breeze. And it's all thanks to my mom accidentally confirming me when I was young. It's been such a breeze. But obviously, it's not something that everyone has experienced. So, again, with the topic of streaming, please know yourself.
First kiss with a girl. Yup, def gay since birth. Let's go.
Damn, me looks at my... Damn. But genuinely, if you do want to do anything public-facing, not the streaming, public-facing, you gotta develop a tough skin and a tougher mentality of who you are. What you like, your boundaries, what you don't like, what you're not sure of. You have to be able to see that, right? Because if you don't, people will influence you and you're gonna slowly become the person that you never wanted to be. And one day you're gonna sit there and you're like, damn, I don't even know who I am. And that takes a lot of time to detangle. So please know yourself first. Yeah, you gotta have you don't have to be like, oh, I love myself. You don't have to do that, but you just have to know yourself. You have to know the sides of you that you don't like, but you have to know the sides of you that you like. You have to really hold on to that, chat, because I'm telling you, people can say a lot of things and it's gonna sway your opinions and shit. Don't lose yourself to the opinions of the public. People might disagree with you. People might say certain things about you, but by the end of the day, you are you for a reason, and you're different for a reason. And something about that is really, really beautiful. So, please, really, I had no idea you can be this normal. What the fuck do you mean? Listen, okay, most of the time I be joking and shit, but this is very important. I've seen so many people fall into this fucking rabbit hole, especially recently, during, oh my god, during the fucking pandemic, dare I say. Because streaming boomed, right? So many young, impressionable people. I'm not saying kids. I don't think kids should start doing this, by the way. I still don't. But young, impressionable people start being like, I want to stream too. And then they start streaming. They grow something of themselves. And then what? Like 3 years later, 4 years later, they lose themselves.
Pride 300,
Oy.
thank you.
It hurts, man. Well, thank you. Well, thank you to you too, chat. Because of you guys, I feel good with being myself. But I've seen so many people that were very impressionable. And they got into this industry because they want to have fun. They want to be silly, do their hobbies. And then after a couple of years, you know, they've sacrificed so much. And they don't even like themselves. They don't even know who they are. So they can't... If I tell them, like, love yourself, they're like, I don't know who to love. Because I deadass don't even know who I am. And that shit kills you. Because now you sit there and you're like, how long were you on the internet? And you're like, I've been on the internet since I'm 18. And it's like, shit, girl. Ooh. I see. So I've always been like, not something to be anxious about. Just something to be aware about, right? I always warn this because coming from someone that's been in this industry and has been here for a long time, you see a lot of people make a lot of different types of mistakes. And when I say mistakes, I don't mean like public-facing cancel me mistakes. Like, they betray themselves, they lose themselves, they sacrifice more than they could sacrifice. Oh, I
don't know what's going on, as when you speak sometimes my mind goes blank, but all I know, chatters, lurkers, and everyone else, love yourself. Don't be ashamed of who you are, and know you are loved no matter what.
Exactly. That's why I'm glad that I help you turn your brain off. That's my whole job as a streamer, you see? I also like to tell people this. As a streamer, you're an entertainer. The word entertain is part of the term. The whole point is, after a hard day's work, I can turn your brain off just a little bit. You know, you don't have to think about anything else. Just turn your brain off. Enjoy the moment, the now. You don't have to think about the tomorrow or the yesterday, just the now. And it's nice. It's really comfy. I like that. I like that a lot. So, Michi lobotomizes chat. What the fuck? Okay, that's a very interesting way to put it. But I've always been very concerned about that. That and love. Ugh. I don't know. I have my fair opinions on relationships when it comes to it. You know what, chat? I wanted to go to bed. I can go to bed a little later today, but maximum I need to go to bed at like 5. I want to hop on Rust real quick before we end the stream to finish that goddamn house. We need to finish that goddamn house, okay? I just need to finish that house. That's it. I need to, because now people are waiting on me to finish that house, and I need to finish my contraption. And also, I want to yap with you guys a little more. Let me get rid of that. Let me yoink this in. Go to bed. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Go the fuck to bed. Chat, either way, I'm gonna finish this today. I need to finish this today, not tomorrow. So, it'll take 30 minutes, chat. Don't even worry about it. It won't take that long.